It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun Politico, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This man not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Aha. Now you wanna done here, all these bad politicians, then we call themselves politicians. Where they thief our money, we no want to make the common man get waiting supposed get for this country. Una never hear something. Now go hear one, Maiyegun, you go show na paper. Maiyegun diary Politico.
Hello there.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ la mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ la mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Sorry for the late start. Please share this broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them Maiyegun today.
Bó bá ṣe àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun diary.
Thank you very much for joining me. Read the caption of this broadcast. Like the broadcast, which is your own offering as you join. Then sit back, relax, and enjoy the session.
Àní Maiyegun làwa làwa mọ̀ dódódódó.
MaiyegunDiary, na Igbo power.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Mo ti dé o.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Go and tell them mo ti dé o.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Thank you.
Bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun ma wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádùn yẹn.
Maiyegun ma wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Prẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun ma wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Gómìnà gbówó jẹ.
Yes.
Maiyegun ma wí. Maiyegun ma wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun ma wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Thank you.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òwúrọ̀ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun ma wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà
Share
kì í.
this broadcast. Gandollar and the rest of those who banked on Tinubu, they are beginning to feel like Tinubu is about to abandon them. Now, this time, this is Gandollar and what is going on in Kano. The moment the news spread that Tinubu and Kwakwanso or Kwakwansop, they met in Paris, and when they met, they kind of had a deal that Gandollar was reading on social media, just like many of you, and it is beginning to down on them.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Yes.
Ṣùgbọ́n ní
Maiyegun ti dé.
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun ma wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òwúrọ̀ olóṣèlú.
Boko Haram's legacy. Boko Haram's legacy. Boko Haram's legacy. A legacy of terrorism, of poverty, of death. 63,111 Nigerians were reported to have been killed by the Boko Haram and the Fulani terrorists in Nigeria and other criminals, including the unknown gunmen, as they put them, the politically sponsored criminals, armed criminals in eastern Nigeria. Yes, under Boko Haram in 8 years. Brother, 63,000. And just know that that is just the official. The unofficial figure, multiply that by 2, you will be looking at over 100,000 Nigerians who are not supposed to die. People are dying, dying, everybody will die. Young, old, mid, whatever, you will die. But when you are violently killed by terrorists, well, that is not equal alone lo febe, like my great-grandmother would say. Equal alone lo febe. Maybe na God say they go kill you by terrorists, go behead you. 63,000 Nigerians slaughtered under Boko Haram. Forward.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní láti ṣe èyí tó yẹ
And
kí.
also, by the way, we are going to take a stop at their tribunal today. So this is how we're going to start. If you are just joining, right, do me one very, very amazing favor, and that is like this broadcast. You like it, just go under the video, leave the comment section, okay? Go under the video and then like it and sit back and relax, because this is how we're going to start. Today, Kalu returned back to Nigeria from France. Remember that about 2 weeks ago, the announcement made then was Kalu was going to Europe on a working visit, as well as to plan his inauguration and his administration. 3 things. Working visit to Europe means he was expected to visit some European countries officially, which doesn't really exist. Then he was expected, right, to plan his inauguration. Anyway, today he returned back to Nigeria. Finally, we got to know that he's been in France all this while, right? So while in France, a lot of your roguish criminal politicians have been visiting France, making their own deals, pleading their own cases. It was in one of those visits that the news broke that Kwakwanso, the man that came fourth, according to INEC, was also in Paris visiting Kolu, of course, for politics. And few hours after that, they said, he spent 4 hours with Tinubu in Paris. And among things they discussed, it was like it was a good deal. And immediately after that meeting, NNPP, Kwakwanso's party, they said they had no money. They have no money to challenge the election in court. Therefore, that is why they are not in court. Then the rumor started filtering in. Kwakwanso and his NNPP, they are going to join Tinubu's government in what is designed as government of national unity. Now, that government of national unity is a package that politicians put together after rigging election, and in order to kind of win legitimacy a bit, they put that package together. This is the package where if you have faction in your party, or your entire party is up for it, they can take up positions, appointments. It's like an invitation to come and chop so that you can stop talking. And you know that when you are eating, you have to exercise what is called table manners. Abina table manner. So this is the package called Government of National Unity. So Kwakwanso's party is the first one to take that offer. And immediately the news filtered into Kano, Gandollar, that you have been seeing almost every now and then with Kolu. Immediately after the election, it became some selected people from that circle of that northern elite that now have close relationship with Tinubu, the likes of Gandollar, the likes of this Zamfara guy, Matawale, and few others like that. They are no longer in any way, according to them, they are no longer that close. Who are those who are closer now? The closer person to Kolu as the president-elect of Nigeria today. Don't let this shock you. There's nothing that should shock you. Nigerian politicians are now, to gain access to Kolu, majority of them are now going through the Shaguri brothers. You know their story. That's not what I want to talk about tonight. I didn't say that. It was Gandollar who said that. Yeah? Anyway, but you see the likes of Ribadu, the likes of Sanusi, Lamido Sanusi, and few others like that. Those ones have the closer, they are like the block recognized so far. So if you want to meet Kolu, they can facilitate that. I mean, even for those who, people like Gandollar. So they said part of the deal was to get Kwakwanso to support Kolu so that Kolu will give Kwakwanso an appointment like a minister, right? And also, because in Kano, where Kwakwanso party won the state the state governorship election, they are, APC and NNPP, they are currently in court fighting over the same election. So Gandollar automatically sensed betrayal why would Tinubu meet Kwakwanso? What's their deal? What was what's going on? So he later heard that once Tinubu becomes once they sworn it in, with the new arrangements, it shows that Kwakwanso is the one that controls Kano, not Gandollar. So Tinubu would rather deal with Kwakwanso than Gandollar. That was what they said Gandollar sensed. And immediately, they said that tribunal case is already dead on arrival for Kolu to have met with Kwakwanso right there and then. Gandollar picked up his phone, and guess who he called? He called somebody called Masari, Ibrahim Masari. Do you remember this guy? Sorry, guys, on TikTok, you can't see this, but I wish you are watching on YouTube too. This is Ibrahim Masari. He is the person that you call the placeholder for Tinubu in order to meet the deadline of INEC. That was the vice president placeholder, presidential candidate placeholder or something, or vice presidential placeholder before Shitty Man was nominated. Here you get, that's him, Masari. So Gandollar, the Babariga mobile banking CEO of Kano, who picked up his phone. I don't understand Hausa. I know a lot of you don't either. But I know you will trust me when I give you the interpretation, because I've actually listened and then read the interpretation of what they are discussing. Okay? But I'm going to play that for you. For everyone who understands Hausa in the comment section or this language, do us a favor. You don't need to write much, okay? Just summarize and help those who are going to be reading the comments. I'll come back and tell you what this conversation is about. Now, they are worried that Tinubu is about to abandon them. It's about to throw them out or throw them under the bus. And Tinubu has a drug dealer, like, you know what I mean? He's a deal maker. And that is how he survived in the Nigerian politics. Shady, criminal. Those who no one take deal, they go pay them. Sure you get. So Gandollar now picked up his phone and he called Masari to complain. Let's listen together. Sorry, it's going to be a little bit boring. Don't worry. I will let you I'll break it in between and explain what that is all about. Trust me, it's just 2 minutes.
Hello? Hello? My pleasure. Can I get you? Nigeria, Eka. Alhamdulillah, ya Abuja. Allah za ta kama yi ko. Da wadalla. Gari Kano ya cika da surutu. Kuma na gaya maka maganar nan kace mun ba gaskiya bane ba na ce maka ga abin da ke faruwa ga abin da ke faruwa. Kace wata magana ma an yi ta ai sai kai ta mamaki ta ya za a yi kaza ce maka to shi kenan na yi na kyale. To ai ko da ma na yi da duk da ka zo ba abin da za mu yi wanda abu da kai. Ko ba haka ba. Amma a lokacin haka iya magana da shi ai. You can call him, talk to him. To ce da shi ne. Ba abin da zan iya cewa. Sai ina ganin Congo is alternative for us. Ai ba damuwa. Kai ga haka wannan ba za ta wannan kaf kai ka san ba za ta yi. Kawai dai tun da dai ba mu da gwamnati. Kuma saboda kai an yi kuka da za ka zo ran alamun da ka ce go. Kuma saboda yi din ma muka rasa gwamnati ne da kai hakuri. Ai dai magana kyauta ne da ka ko miki ka san ba kyauta maka ba. Kawai dai ka hakuri sai ka zo. Kamata yi in zai gan shi kamata yi mu ma ya kira mu. Ko ba gane ba. Ko symbolically. Hakan sai ka dai hakuri. Kai hakuri. Allah ya kawo ka lafiya. Kuma shi abubuwan nan wani Allah ne. Gaskiya ne. Wani calculation da yake yi. A very wrong calculations. Duk wani calculation da yake ba a nan take ba. ai ban nawa ba anan duk na ga maka kowa zai ji tsoron hidimai kowa zai ji tsoron hidimai wannan mutumin ne ya suka da Jonathan fa aiki fa ba shi yazo ba aikin ya nuna cewa kamar gwamnatin wasu kwalafutu da sauransu Hello?
Right. So, like I said, the audio is a little bit kind of bad. So, I bet it is better I just kind of explain. Sure you get. Taiwo, Ododairo, my Australian brethren. Thank you very much, sir, for that. But let me tell you what they are talking, okay? In order not to kind of bore you so early, because we still have a long night, trust me. So Gandollar was kind of having a chat about what happened. So that Masari was like, man, it's becoming like, are we sure that we can still really trust him? And then, Gandollar was like, maybe when you and I meet, come around, let's talk. It is not safe to talk on the phone. So when next you come around, just come around, let's talk about this whole thing. So Gandollar was complaining, thinking that Masari possibly have some information that he probably you could get from him, because it's like he's in the dark. Okay? They have been complaining that somehow, Bokwari's time is Fulanization or Northernization. And they said that Bokwari could pick people from wherever he liked, the only people he trusts. Now, Tinubu is about to replicate that. Sure you get. He hasn't got the power yet, so he's still kind of playing along with them. But somehow, they are beginning to sense that, like I said, this guy go show us. So, like I said, this guy, is going to abandon. Can we still trust him? All the promises he made for us, the one he made for me and you. So tell me, did you hear anything? Because since after the election, I've not been able to really speak to him one-on-one. Then I just read it yesterday that, Kwakwanso met with him. Like, why would he meet with Kwakwanso and I'm not there? And they didn't tell me what was like at play. So he was now asking Damasari, like, do you know when he's coming back? And that one said, no, I have no idea. I was like, okay, but you know something, right? Even before he comes back, you should find time and come over. Let's talk so that we can know how to present it like a resolution. So that let's talk means there are others too who are currently, I don't know, maybe not that last week of that, somehow, maybe the wind of this northernization, what have you, that drove them for 8 years. This is me. I'm not saying that is exactly. I'm saying like the moment that they are beginning to see some of those who got into power through Bokwari, and many of them now packing up, and majority of those who got into that political positions, through them, they are now currently unsure what will be their fate. And Nigeria is turn by turn Nigeria Limited. The Fulani, the North, according to this Lagos Abobaku, it is their turn. So the Northern Nigeria, they have done their own. This is their time. So I think somehow, that reality of they will no longer feel that control like they have done in 8 years. I'm not talking about Northerners generally, because nobody say Northerners benefited anything. No. I'm talking about these political jobbers, the ones that have managed to dip Nigeria into further debt. The money that Nigeria is, the people that Nigeria is indebted to right now, if they ask you, where is the money? What did they do with the money? You can't see anything. Those who took all of that through different misuse of power, abuse of power, corruption, looting, 8 years. And they got there because of it was their time, Northern Nigeria time. Sure you get? So maybe after all the up and down, jump here and there, like all those who are shouting that Tinubu has a solution and what have you to Nigeria problems. That's not the one I want to say. Those who shouted then that Bokwari had a solution to Nigeria problem, and a year, 2 years into it, they finally realized that na bad market they bought. But the shame won't let some of them kind of come back. But you know that reality, that wind that says, anyway, I feel like those who are those political class, who jumped here and there, helped Tinubu to rig and falsify figures here and there. And somehow, the phone no dey ring anymore. Or if the phone ring, call no dey pick am. And if anybody pick the call, it's either Baba is sleeping or Baba is tired. I'm talking about those who be like, once they called before, once they call like this, on the second ring, now Tinubu himself will pick the call. I'm talking about from this northern Nigeria, the people that felt like they are the ones who will make Tinubu president. Remember? So it is like there is this wind when they started seeing those who gave them cover and privilege of being from northern Nigeria as elite to get away with a lot of things that could have ended them in jail. I'm talking about that kind of power and leverage, realizing that it's coming to an end. Is it coming to an end? Is Baba going to hand over? What is the plan for us? Pack your bag, go. Because waiting we do call this one, so they don't tell you before saying that they are turn. Turn by Turn Nigeria Limited. So this group of elite from northern Nigeria, I bet these are the people that the likes of Gandollar will represent, which means they will present a resolution. Normal. Tinubu will take the resolution and say, oh, no, don't feel like that. Everybody is welcome. And from one of the things that will first cause problems, right? Number one, there are many of those who are in this Bokwari's government, that ordinarily, their own enmity will be when they tell them to leave. Because being there in the first place is because of the quota system. So the same quota system, they're going to use it in Tinubu's time now. The bigotry, the impunity that they enjoy for that 8 years. So to them, they are going to feel shortchanged. They are going to say they contributed a lot. But Alaye, I beg, come out. Another person won't come shop too. Since now shop by shop, Nigeria Limited. Do you get that? So those ones, they will be the first casualties. The second casualties will be the likes of Gandollars and co. Because you know something. Don't let anybody deceive you. 8 years of Bokwari, as much as he didn't serve southern Nigeria, he never served northern Nigeria. Here you get. It never served anybody in northern Nigeria other than the elite themselves. And whenever they want to to kind of massage their egos, to pretend that they are doing something, they will be building bridges, they will be constructing roads to nowhere. But guess what? You will be seeing the real human capital development, investment in education, investment in healthcare, investment in things that really add value to human lives. I'm talking about things that are, no. So then, when you now check the day, when you check the statistics, it says that 92% people in Zamfara are poor. 92% of a state poor, and the same state has billions, hundreds of billions expended in 24 years of in 8 years of Bokwari. There should have been northern Nigeria time. Is their time. Sure you get. So it is never in their interest, same way it is not in the interest of the southern, it's not in the interest of any Nigerian except themselves. So where the wahala will start is this issue of, you don't use us, you don't dump us. Use and dump. That is within them. Because with Kolu, to find legitimacy, ministerial appointment will become banjo. You know what is banjo? Bazaar. Apapa and Arabambi, they have said it. If Kolu invites them to his government, they will join. on behalf of Labour Party. Have you heard that before? Of course, they said it. Government of national unity is like, come, oh, dinner is served. Everybody come, oh, breakfast is served. You will be watching them because those are those who can cause problems, and they will try and buy as many as possible. While they are doing that, you see those who have been around Kolu all this while, just like those who were running up and down, shouting change in 2015, and they started watching all these northerners. They started taking all the chicken laughs, full chicken in front of them. They couldn't say anything. I mean, we all witnessed it for 8 years. Nigeria didn't go anywhere. Nigeria got more destroyed in 8 years. But where are those southerners who are part of APC? What happened to them in 8 years of Upokuwari? They are watching all those ones there, stealing billions. This one has taken $200 million. They are reading everything in the papers. Now they are waiting for their turn, their time. So the fight is going to be between them to start with. Which means they will start crying here and there. Maybe Tinubu has abandoned them. The word abandon and trust, they are beginning to throw them around now. Can we still trust him? This is not like the northern Nigeria can still trust him. Oh, that is where he's still going to. I just want you to pay attention. Now, them. Anyway, back to when Kolu returned today. I think that's where we should have started. He returned today, and Gandollar, among others, were part of those who welcomed him back. But you know one thing they did this time around? They ensured that they did not make the mistake they made the last time. So they ensured that he had a long sleeve dress that covers his entire body to his wrist, so that you won't begin to zoom your camera, zoom this, begin to look for something, anything attached. Of course, I don't know what people have already, but for now, it looks like now vacation in went. It's still very much like bulky. You know, the last time he came back, we were like, why is he pregnant? But this time around, the other part of the body have kind of, swollen back. It's like it's rhymed. But like they say here in the UK, the light is on, but nobody at home. There's nobody at home. Sure, you get once in a while. Always, the light is always on, but there is nobody at home. The light is on, nobody at home. Sure, you get. Well, you can see that. But physically, it's actually looking better. Like, see. Returning from meeting the investors. Yeah, that's called. I know, maybe not, but you know what I mean? Like, I looked kind of well. Oh, he's an old man. So, and there are some certain things that I want you to know. The majority of what will come to, that are in public about Tinubu today, apart from those ones that are like done by investigative journalists, whether it is his video, his audio, his picture, or anything at all around him that you see in public, they are released by those who are closer to him. Something like this when they were playing when they are playing it for him on TV is one of his returns from Paris, and see his reaction. Do you get that? So that's how it goes. People around him make those clips and they release them. But most of the times, right, when they make those videos, like 30 seconds, 20 seconds, or 1 minute, yeah, they kind of leave some clues for us. You know, when you pay attention to his reaction, his look, his talk, and all of that, and what he's even saying and all of that, or what he's doing, those are the things that are by error became public, that got people more curious to want to ask more. What is wrong with him? Why is he like that? Well, you know what I mean? So I just thought I should clear that for you, and we're going to see more of that. Yeah, we're going to see more of that. So back in Nigeria, where the tribunal is sitting. Now, there is one thing I have noticed about their tribunal case. I don't know if I have forgotten how they used to do it. Or maybe because a lot of us we are so interested in what is happening inside that place, because a lot of us have been interested for a year or two now when this whole journey started, like until it got to this stage. I don't know. But there's something I feel like they are like kind of doing everything to get the case done as soon as possible. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, Sha. Sure, you get. Because APC, Egbekegbe want to delay. They always ask for adjournment. Yeah? But then the tribunal will kind of reverse it back and reduce the adjournment, or kind of get things done that same day. So it begins to give you the vibe of maybe maybe they could do something, give a judgment or something by the tribunal by or before the 29th of May. Though it's so close right now, so don't expect anything from them, because today the whole cross-examination have been a cross-firing between all the parties continued. At first, it was Atiku, the PDP. They called their case. Okay. Now, before we go fully into, or should I say, before I give you the summary of what really happened inside that court today, it won't take much. Mark first take you there, show you outside the court, show you the inside of the court, and also let you listen to the new announcements. You know, a lot of people are currently hoping that because of the interest and the attention that this their 2023 charade has sort of attracted, it will be in the interest of the public for the tribunal, the court, to allow cameras inside, live streaming of the event, and they can control how the coverage is done. They can even give that coverage to officially, you know what I mean, like anything anyhow, for the sake of public interest. So they made an announcement that they won't allow mobile phones in the court anymore from Monday. You kind of, you are not allowed to take your phones in anymore. So if the tribunal says you are not allowed to bring your phones into the court anymore, do you know what that simply means? The tribunal is going to tell you, we can't live stream. Well, Tinubu and INEC already said the courtroom is not a theater. It's not a cinema. It's not an entertainment studio. There are media present already. The media will report back. There is no point in putting on camera and streaming their lordship, their lordship to the rest of the world. Now, the tribunal is going to rule on that on Monday. But what happened today? Let's go to that court. First, give credit to Symphony again for this pile-up at first. It's about 4 or 5 minutes a clip. It takes you straight in. Or should I? Okay, yeah, it takes you. Let's start with this.
There's nothing happening here.
How are you?
Anyway, so I'm going to try and take you inside the same court, okay? Like I said, they're just like a short clips that, you know, take a look at this. I think this is Peter will be coming in, right? Here.
To take directions from us. It's okay.
Also, where the announcement was being made, no phones will be allowed in the courtroom anymore.
To take directions from us. It's okay, but let me apologize for what has happened today. And going forward, please, it's a directive from the above which you must comply with. Phones and other gadgets will not be allowed effective from Monday. So we have made adequate provisions for you, for your phones to be safe. So as you are coming in, please kindly do well to drop your phones. Thank you. Once again, we are sorry for what happened. It was not
because they locked them outside, and then they wrote it outside that if you have your phones, you can't go in. That was today. And they were like, no, why is that? Then eventually they allowed everybody to come in and they said, order from above, which means the judges. And listen, in fairness, they say one of the reasons why they don't want phones in the courtroom is because the pictures, images of the judges are now trending on social media. Yeah, there are people are now looking up at the background of each judge. I mean, each judge, and all of these are on social media. So, because of this, they don't want people to bring in phones in anymore from Monday. So, which everybody believes that it's an indirect way to tell you there will be no live streaming. Or maybe there will be a breaking news that they will say, hey, the tribunal approved live streaming. I say, oh, that's surprising. But with this move, it is clearly that the same tribunal, now ruled that, now decided that on Monday, it's going to rule on whether there is going to be a live streaming of the tribunal case. But for what happened today inside the courtroom, there were no kind of disruption, not from a papa, not from anybody. Everything went on the way it should, except for when the parties couldn't agree. They said it's part of the rules that all parties must agree on something before they can be admitted. And if they can't agree, then the tribunal will have to rule on those. For example, Atiku and PDP, they said they are going to call 100 witnesses that will take a stand. Yeah, that will take stands, one after the other, right? To prove that Tinubu didn't win. As well as other evidences that they're going to present, digital, electronic, and all of that. So, for them to do all of this, they are going to need more than 10 weeks to cover to present all of their case, the entire case and their witnesses. So that was where the first argument started. INEC said they are presenting just 2 witnesses to counter everything that PDP said they have. And also, in their prayer, they are asking the court to dismiss the entire petition for lack of merit or something like that. That is the entire Atiku's petition. Dismiss everything. So they are asking that the only way they will agree with PDP on the issue of witnesses that everybody should call is that they are presenting 2 witnesses. And Atiku should present 2 witnesses too, not 100. So that took a while. Since they won't kind of agree, okay. Meanwhile, in that same tribunal, when Atiku said he was going to present 100 witnesses, Tinubu and APC, they are presenting about 90 witnesses. Tinubu has about 50 something, while APC, in that same tribunal, right, APC would present at least 33 witnesses. So, but INEC will present 2. Anyway, the tribunal had to say, okay, we'll adjourn this till Monday and we'll rule on that. That's part of other things that also build up. I'm giving you the summary. I don't want to go into my Lord section, this segment. I have the whole copy here, but it's a long read of bullshit, BS. Then it got to that of Obi. Meanwhile, for those who are asking for Atiku, this was Atiku earlier at the same court when he attended his own case. I think this was yesterday. Just check.
The president, the true president of Nigeria, president-elect of Nigeria, the hero of democracy, the hero of democracy, the hero of democracy. You're supposed to be on the side of
You hear the hype woman. That one a hype woman, not hype man. The mirror of democracy. Nigeria president-elect. Your Excellency. Igodo of Nigeria. The Igodo of all that stuff anyway. That was Atiku yesterday. But inside the court, I feel like somebody said they shout Okute, Okute, Okute. Anyway, all in the tribunal. So when it came to the turn of you, the LUP, if nobody says some people are so stingy, somebody will make a popular sound that make you just leave them for everybody because like LUP 71, LUP 72, OB 73, I mean 30, 74, OB one name 75, OB, you know all that stuff. They just go copyrighted the whole thing, make mix of the whole thing, and now we no feel use them, sing them. We have to do our own. So when it got to the turn of the obedient, when it got to the turn of OB, they didn't have any disruption. It was pretty much about argument of what they have as their own evidence. So according to them, they plan to present 50 witnesses. And these 50 witnesses, it will take them at least 7 weeks at the time allocation of 30 minutes each to each witness. So that's their prayer at the tribunal. We need 7 weeks, uninterrupted 7 weeks. No going back, no like, too much adjournment or like, you know what I mean? Like 7 straight weeks, we'll present our case and wait for your ruling. INEC came out and said, Abba, no, we did not discuss this one like that too. So the argument started as well. And it was pretty much like, okay, we'll make a ruling on this as well on Monday. So on Monday, they will make ruling on whether to dismiss some of the prayers of Obi and Atiku, or admit their prayer for their witnesses and grant them the time they need, and then the whole case will start. By that time, they would have sworn Tinubu in. They would have done that. 7 weeks. They go swear for Tinubu in 9 days. No be 9 days, they go swear for him. So 7 weeks, 10 weeks. Add them together, 17 weeks. 16 and 4 months. So that's about 5 months. 5 months from now for tribunal alone. Anyway, those are the prayers today. But you see, outside, be like say, the obedient are beginning to gather back, Nigerians. And the way they are now kind of seeing that tribunal, they believe that is the last stop. If justice no fit come from judiciary, or maybe like say street go flex a bit, all of you Lagos Abobakus, instead of looking for uncompleted buildings in Abuja to scot in, you better ask them to put you in a better accommodation because you may not be using them for long. Because like everybody will end up on the streets. Last. You know why? Tribunal never give judgment or anything. The fact that so many people are currently angling up to disrupt the Obi's case, and they can smell it. They are not stupid. They're not the camp outside the you get one we visit that they do prayer. I'm gonna go look for that one. I'll show you. They have to begin to do prayer outside. What do you call it? Outside the tribunal today. Hang on, I think I found it here. So if they have houses, now instead of you to go everywhere, they do scotting inside uncompleted building for Abuja, call your people and tell them they have to do something, because this whole thing will not last long ago. So that you won't end up being like all these guys. Look at all these faces. I know what I'm talking about.
Today, I want to declare without equivocation. Today, I want.
Sure you get. There are many in Abuja now. Those are the winds I'm talking about. Those ones who have enjoyed the soft life of Bokwari when the rest of Nigeria were in anguish, poverty, and terrorized. And they are claiming that nothing of such were happening. Because they are enjoying that because they are Northerners or they are Muslims under Bukwari. Now, the wind that is blowing in Abuja, now the wind of equivocationally, the wind of a Lagos Agbero, Lagos Abobakus. Some of them, Lagos Abobakus abroad, they are returning. Nobody say they get anything, but the mentality of now our turn. Some of them who have already kind of like, you know what I mean, losers all over there. They are returning to Nigeria. Now Abuja they come to open shop. Now their turn. Maybe now the wind, those wind they blow in Abuja. At the end of the day, a lot of you Northerners that have been keeping quiet, thinking that maybe one day you self go chop. Now, Bukwari's whole nonsense is about to wrap up. The whole power gra. It's going to very soon. It's going to be like Bukwari was never president of Nigeria. Seriously, like you will probably feel like you can't even remember. No, you remember the horror. But you see these ones, within 3 months, you go see now. Majority of you are going to end up like those people kneeling down outside the tribunal. You are going to end up and pretend because you're going to need something to cling on to. So outside the tribunal, prayer point in you, singing and dancing, everybody is shot there, they para. They are not inside, but they kept reminding people, say, our man did, you stole. See, listen, this is not the song.
All the way from USA. Wanna clap for that man, I beg. It's not easy. Clap for him. May the Lord bless him for everything he has been doing for us in Abuja, in Nigeria, in Jesus' name. Water no go dry for him grave. Even when he died, water could be pumped for him grave. And we also want to appreciate Nigeria. Take back Nigeria group. A round of applause for them, please, in Jesus' name. And we also thank make our vote count, Nigeria, in Jesus' name. Oh, not the same. You said what? Don't worry, when we give you the microphone, you introduce yourself and you speak to Buhari, you speak to the government, you speak to everyone.
These are obedient people. Every
our vote must count to. You don't steal the poor people's chicken. Peace of mind in no good day. Shall you understand? Protest today, protest tomorrow. Police will begin to shoot and they will begin to escalate. I mean, so there will be no. They're not they go anywhere, oh Baba. And there are many of you from northern Nigeria that are going to join them today. You think say you be part of the team, you go know the difference between Fulanization, northernization, and Yorubanization. Shebi stealing money by any other people except your jihadist Islamic criminal leaders is Sharia, is haram. No, it's not. It's not even haram. I don't think. If drug dealing is not haram to these people that will cut off your head because you insulted Muhammad, but they are boldly saying they will kill you if you don't vote for a drug dealer. You don't understand the conflict of interest with that. You will now understand that the one that you always kind of hang on. No, I have never don't take light, Abby. Give me a sec. They will understand what Yorubanization means, especially what those who have experienced the Tinubu's annihilation, political annihilation of whoever it felt like it could use and discard. You go feel them. Sure you get 8 years of Bokwari made northern Nigeria poorer, the northern people poorer, just like the rest of Nigeria. And in the list of Nigerians that died, 63,111 Nigerians killed by terrorists. The chunk of this number, I'm talking about 80% of this number is from northern Nigeria. Can you even believe that? And the Bokwari is the one in government. You want to witness what's being kind of ignored to your own. Go and deal with yourself. Really look like you are about to see that. Because it is turn by turn Nigeria Limited. I mean, what kind of promise do you think Kolu made to you? Any promise he gave you that is going to be more valid than the one that Bokwari gave you that he couldn't deliver. Sure you get. Anyway, let's go to the same people who are still out there demanding they must not swear me in. And I say, Wala Mbo. The Wala they buy tickets, or probably is just waiting for boarding. Let's watch this.
These are obedient people. Everybody here is fast. Can see the crowd. Gentlemen, we are out. We mean business. Business today. And you can see the other side. Now the little people they pay 500 when they come. Now they gather there. See them there. Almajiri children. God bless you guys. Obedient all the way. These are.
So as the tribunal gets interesting, you can expect gatherings to become swelling, and then you begin to see more policemen brutalizing people because they are there. You begin to see them threaten Nigerians to not come out. I mean, it's going to be chaotic. Not because I want it to, but it's going to be. Sunday we go better. Now Saturday you go to kind of smell them more. Sure you get. Now these ones are making their own statement just a few days ago. I thought I should had it. It's still pretty much on the court.
In Abuja, I've been here for the last 41 days, standing, demonstrating friendly and peace, and holding to account government agencies and institutions and individuals who are bent on making sure that we do not enjoy our democratic dividends. We have been, as a matter of fact, protesting and holding to account with demands that says that the chairman of INEC must be sacked, prosecuted, and jailed in Nigeria because of the flagrant flaunting of the rules and regulations and laws, especially the electoral law of 2022, that ensures a transition, a procedure of which and how this election of the 25th of February should be carried out. And in regards to that, we are asking that either an outright cancellation or a return of our mandate which specifies the results that is in the IREV as stipulated in the guidelines of the 2022 electoral rules and regulation and the law that was signed into law, the bill that was signed by President Muhammadu Buhari. We're also asking because we have seen a violation of our people across board. We are completely apolitical.
Sorry, bro. Those distractive sounds will make it kind of distractive, right? Anyway, you're there. And it's pretty much the same message. Oh, more, our this, our that. Thank you. Our this, our that. If you don't give us this, we are going to shut down Nigeria. And the likes of Festus Otobokeyamo for Food Kayode, they are everywhere, sending threat after threat, one after the other. Almost 9 days to go. Drama is ahead. But no matter how much drama you think you've probably seen, Cornelius Okolie, you see this man on your screen? That is the new Labour Party chairman, court contestant. They say his name is Cornelius Okolie or something. Mr. Cornelius. They say Mr. Cornelius is Labour Party former, they say ex-Labour Party vice chairman. Now, this ex-Labour Party vice chairman is now asking court to sack Abure and sack Pampas, and declare him the chairman. Baba, what be this again, by? Be this one again. Mr. Cornelius, from where to where again? Tell us your story. My story is that Apapa and Abure, they are illegal. And Supreme Court is going to have to resolve it for us. Kilo deba itori Ọlọ́run, and it's very easy. Pure and simple. That is going to be another top story you're going to be hearing soon too. And I want to tell you this. That fake court judgment yesterday, as much as the judge denied, well, they said they are going to go back to court and challenge it. Apapa and Co, they are hell-bent, strong-willed, determined, right, to do as much and wreck as much damage, wreckage that they can wreck until, just maybe until, right, there will be no court case, or there will be no case to even stand for in court anymore. But here is what the guy who has been under the whole thing, Abure himself, here is what he had to say when the suspension on his executive, the one that Pampas, then Arabambi and the rest are using with the media all this while, especially the one that Arabambi himself gave a press statement yesterday, right? Abure, after being declared not suspended anymore, is free to parade himself as the chairman, and his response, I think we should listen to it. You know me, I like listening to them. And most importantly, listening to what they have to say and how they are saying them. I pick words and kind of make my own conclusion afterward. Abure, few minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You can address us.
A World Press Conference addressed by Barrister Julius Abure, National Chairman, Labour Party, on the 18th day of May 2023 at the National Secretariat of our party. It has become imperative for me to address this press conference to properly put the legal issues surrounding the leadership of the party in their proper perspective. It is pertinent to state categorically and clearly that the Labour Party has no faction in the party. Labour Party has only one leadership, and that leadership is the National Working Committee that is led by me, Barrister Julius Abure. Recall that some few members of the National Working Committee boggled themselves into the office and appointed themselves, precisely 4 of them, as officers of the party, acting upon a restraining court order, an ex parte order granted by the FCT High Court. A careful look at the originating summons, which is pending before the High Court of the FCT. The suspended deputy chairman of the party, Apapa Lamidi Bashiru, and his cohorts were asking the courts that upon granting their reliefs in the final judgment, to direct NEC to appoint interim national officers for the party. Out of their own desperation, they are no longer patient enough to wait for the outcome of the final judgment, but employed self-help and appointed themselves as national officers of the party. However, our objection to the court's jurisdiction was overruled by Justice J. Muazu of the FCT High Court on the 12th of May, 2023. On the same day, we filed a notice of appeal. And then on Wednesday, 17th May, the appeal was entered at the Court of Appeal. And the appeal number is CA ABJ CV/559/2023. We have also filed our appellant brief of argument, which has been served on the courts, on the trial courts. By necessary implication, the FCT High Court in Maitama ceases to have jurisdiction over the matter, having successfully filed our notice of appeal, transmitted records, and also filed a motion for stay of proceedings in the FCT High Court. The matter is now on the course list of the Court of Appeal, and so what the High Court judge is expected to do in the circumstance is to adjourn the matter sine die. It is worthy of note that in 2021, in the case of Suleiman against APC, reported in Nigeria Weekly Law Report 2023, the Supreme Court overturned the decision of this same Justice Muazu, who wrongly assumed jurisdiction in the case involving the APC in the same circumstances, in the same manner. His decision was jettisoned by the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court. You can avail yourself of that law report and see the details of it. This report, no doubt, was communicated to the judge for him to be well guided in this same matter. However, surprisingly, he went ahead and also assumed jurisdiction on this matter. However, having appealed and filed a motion of stay and all other processes, and since the lower court is now seized with jurisdiction on the matter, I and my colleagues, earlier restrained by the FCT High Court, have now assumed our constitutional duty as national officers of the party. And from henceforth, we shall continue our good work, which we have been doing for the party and for the nation. We have maintained severally, and we wish to put on record, without sounding immodest here, that under my leadership, the party have been taken from grass to grace. We have elevated the status of this party. We have made it the #1 opposition party in Nigeria. Since the history of this party, this is the first time under my watch, under my leadership, that we will have a sitting governor, or that we'll be having the governor that will be sworn in, 35 House of Rep members, 8 senators, and all others are coming. We have succeeded in redefining the political landscape in the country. The 2023 general election was a different election altogether, and it's as a result of the participation of Labour Party And it's as a result of the quality and qualitative leadership that this National Working Committee under my leadership have provided. Before the 2023 general election, there was no fundamental difference between all other political parties. Hence, Nigerians didn't have alternative. But with the coming on stream of the Labour Party under our leadership, Nigerians saw an alternative opposition political party. And I'm sure that's why all progressive Nigerians, all right-thinking Nigerians, all those who meant well for the country, no doubt, supported the Labour Party to victory in the last election. When we started the battle for the 2023 general election, people laughed at us that we were just 4 people tweeting from a room. They described Labour Party as a party that had no structure. Even with all the manipulation of the results, with all the rigging of the results, the result declared by INEC showed clearly that in the presidential election, we won 12 states clearly, and PDP won 12 states clearly, and APC had 13 states. It has never happened in the political history of Nigeria, and that happened under my watch. And therefore today, I and my colleagues that attained that feat have bounced back to continue the good work that we are doing. I want to use this opportunity to reassure Nigerians that we will not be discouraged by the actions of detractors. We have put our hands on the plow to liberate Nigeria and ensure that there's a better Nigeria. This
So yeah, he's kind of asking you to give him his flower. All this happened, and when they were happening, you never had anyone call a Papa or Arabambi or anybody anywhere. So while you were watching that, I was telling my friends on TikTok, I said, in my own lifetime, not too long ago, it was like, majority of you who claim to love Nigeria, publicly then, not too long ago, just a few years back, you were saying that the only thing that will ever make you to participate in anything political, whatever in Nigeria is, number one, if none of the corrupt criminals is running for office, and if there is any other political party that is different from PDP, APC, that everybody should go and look for a third force. So, I mean, it was quite so easy then, easy way out. Sure, you remember? Easy way out, and then they will say, if another party come now to just send PDP and APC away, another party can't come, Peter Obi and his people. Today, those who said PDP and APC are the problem of Nigeria, they now turn around and said, no, Obi is the problem of Nigeria. It is Obi that want to divide people in Nigeria. APC and PDP are the best for Nigeria. Anything that has to do with obedience who are trying to chase PDP and APC, they are enemies of Nigeria. No be waiting you have today be that. All the cash TVists. Woman rice, and cash TVists. Suddenly, PDP and APC, they said all of you should go back to if you want to really do anything, there is no party that has any structure like PDP and APC. You can never defeat PDP and APC. People always said if they found any, suddenly they said nobody could defeat them. You know me, I be the diary. Now me they pull everything together for you. That is why you will see that majority of you all have your preferences. No be so? But me, where are they here? They watch everybody. They they preach sanctimoniously. You know those ones who are actually like a pro-Nigeria, pro-PDP, pro-APC. They finally found something that they can see as an excuse why they don't believe that APC and PDP, anybody can defeat them. They saw them defeated. Yeah. You defeated them, APC, PDP, trounced them everywhere. that they have to resort to their old way of doing things. Look at that now. Can be like a fish bone that is stuck in their throat. They can't swallow it. They can't vomit it out. You shame them, PDP, APC. Imagine if those ones who were like a motivational speaker a few years ago, all of us will be saying, all of us don't like government. All of us hate government, bad government. All of us, you know what I mean? Until election came. They started defining how much they like or don't like. Our motivational speaker. You shamed everybody. If they allowed fair play, by now, PDP, APC, there will be history. Trust me. We saw it. We saw it. But look at those who are now attacking you. Now, those who agreed, PDP was very corrupt. APC was very corrupt and evil. They said that to you a few years back. Oh. Today, they are now attacking you, fighting you. They said you are now the evil. Now you be the problem of Nigeria. Obedient, you are the problem. All these people are the problem. What is all this? They must stop Obi. Stop Obi for who? For PDP at the APC. Now here are they. Oh. Now here are they. Everything they happen for my front like this. So, as your general overseer, I see people's hypocrisy when they switch off and on. Like the Dakudaji, no NEPA, your NEPA light in Nigeria. I've been a PHCN, power holding. I have seen people switch like weather on this platform many times. Unfortunately, now this obedient time, this obedient movement time, can expose the people that you believe that they will never do anything that will be tantamount, that will be tantamount to any movement that is out to crush the establishment. Now, this obedient movement expose everything. Everybody can't define reason to attack them. Everybody define reason. Just any reason. Obi is Igbo. Obi is talking to Christian. Obi is this and that. They just need something. But who is the gainer? Who wins? The establishment. We don't kill everybody since. And like I said, I have seen many of you switch, change, like Nigeria NEPA lights. I have seen many of you change and switch in your hypocrisy, including some of you on this platform, on this Temple of Truth. I have seen so many of you, but some of you are so good in hiding that hypocrisy too. I'll give you examples. You know me, what I understand about injustice is that injustice doesn't have friends. You don't understand? Even people where they do injustice to you now, in an unjust society, they are also going to be victims themselves. You don't get it. When somebody uses the power that they have to subdue you, subject you, and take away your freedom, because they can do that. But it is because the system allows it, an unjust system, where somebody can just order the killings of people. They will give it a name and say, they are this, kill them. No investigation, no nothing. Nobody is said responsible. They kill them because they just feel like they should kill them because they are doing something that they feel like is bad. Injustice everywhere is the reason why Nigeria is breaking apart. But a lot of you would like to cherry pick. You know where I'm going? I'll tell you. Everybody knows that, for example, the day, even before the NSAS protest, where we have seen police brutality, like, it was like almost the same. I mean, same every time. Everyone, whether you are PDP, whether you are APC, whether you don't even believe in any of them, or whether you are Christian, or what have you, you have experienced the police brutality or police corruption at different stage of time of your lives in this Nigeria, which means it has no respect for you. But because Nigeria is so divided, and it is to the advantage of the criminal politicians for you to stay divided. What are the things dividing you? The unseen hatred. The transfer of hatred, transfer of aggression. If I don't like these people, then all of you should not like them. Even if they are being unjustifiably or unlawfully dealt with, the state, but because we don't like them, it's none of my business, Charade, let them kill them. When they were killing the Shiites, now Nigerians, they give excuse for the killers. the Nigerian government that was killing them. They were killing armless people, children, women, armless people. They know they have nothing. They slaughtered over 1,400 of them. Now Nigerians, they explain why. Do you want them to become Boko Haram? What do you want? No government will open their eyes and watch anybody to become another Boko Haram. When your government is actually the Boko Haram, your government is the one sponsoring the Fulani terrorists. All the kidnappers and here and there. Now your politicians, they sponsor them. Your policemen organize kidnappers too. Do you not know that? So we cannot afford that. They killed innocent people. Nobody is said responsible. Showore. And I'll keep reminding you because I want you to understand what it means, what injustice truly means. You see, injustice, listen to me, injustice is not only pronounced when it is done to you or the people you like. When people you don't like fall under injustice because you don't like, he's APC supporter. Oh, me in die, Jare. All these APC people made them. Sure you get? Because you are now cherry picking who deserves horrible things to happen to them because you don't like them. Forgetting the fact that you are just a waiting victim too. But unfortunately, Nigeria has turned to that too. And I'm not here to change your mind. So don't try to begin to be defensive. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm just telling you the reality, what Nigeria has become. They were killing innocent people in eastern Nigeria. Majority of you fed fat on the propaganda. You helped them justify the killings. Nobody asked for a proper investigation to discover what is really going on in eastern Nigeria. You make up stories for them. You justify and legalize the killings. And they enjoyed it too. You gave them the cover-up. Now Nigerians, they justify that. Inside this same Nigeria court, different courts said Nigerian government should release Nnamdi Kano. A lot of you today, even though I am telling you that you are seeing it, but you think it won't happen to you. It can happen to us. This is how we are different. You are not different. When you are existing in an unjust society, you are doing yourself a serious harm. If you think, the injustice will get to those you don't like only. I'm coming, A court said Nnamdi Kano should be released as far back as September 2022. A court in Nigeria. And they refused to release him. In fact, some of you said he must not be released. So they want to release him to stop Peter Obi from becoming president. The injustice to you, he deserves it. Let him die. Let them kill him. Kill all of them. Because to you, as long as it's not you now. So what happened? But in that same court, there are thousands like Mazi Nnamdi Kano in those courts. In those prisons, who have been denied the same justice. But it's not happening to you. Why should you raise alarm? You are a good person, Abi. Law-abiding citizen. You know, get any yawa. Then you can begin to now pick on yourselves. That is where I'm going. Take a look at the mess the Nigeria police is now making of Seun Kuti. Look at yourselves, by the way. Look at yourself right now and think about how many fingers you have actually pointed and what you have wished should have happened to somebody like Seun. And most of them are coming from the position of, I don't like him. I hate him with passion. You are saying you hated somebody. And this is coming from the political disagreement. Like I said, I'm not here to convince you. I'm just saying that it goes two ways. Today, before now, somebody like Seun, and like people like him, who are still very much like feeling somehow that since it is the turn of you, the obedient, for everybody to hate. You know why I use those examples? Because some of you obedient too, you were screaming at the top of your lungs. Hey, we know it, they want us, that is why they want to release Nnamdi Kanu, so Nnamdi Kanu will tell Igbos not to vote. Nigeria, this, you were so eager for Nigeria to reject that court judgment. Yeah, if your conscience is currently pricking you, telling you that, but that's what I'm saying. All you needed is just one but. Just one but. Because what we are talking about right now is somebody you don't like. Abi, it goes both ways, oh. Sure you get. And when the obedient started fighting for this political disruption that has happened to Nigeria, a lot of those who chose to hate them or hate on them, gaslight them, they will tell you confidently, I hate disobedience. But guess what? The obedient says they are fighting for the better Nigeria. And if Nigeria is better, it is for everybody's good, right? Nobody in Nigeria today will deny that APC and all this your political class, they have ruined everything. And if there's anything at all to try as a last chance to save Nigeria, it shouldn't come from these two groups. But look at it today. Do you remember when it was convenient to gaslight the IPOB members? Basically, because of everything you heard about them. Hey, I saw them, they are on social media. I saw video, they said this and that. But in a working country, in a real country, those who are using the names of the organization to perpetuate crime, even if they are members of the organization, at least as Nigeria is, if it was a real country, now Nigeria go fish out those who are criminals, hiding under the names. Not Nigeria using them, empowering some of them and giving them the name IPOB, giving them guns to go and perpetuate crimes, so as to suit the narrative that says we are killing them because we don't want them to become Boko Haram. We are killing them because we don't want them to turn around and then begin to, you know what I mean? You are not interested in any investigation that shows that it is actually a political criminology or what have you going on in that part of Nigeria. Nobody is interested in any investigation. Just pack any youth, pack 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 of all these young people, put them together, beat them up, bloody their faces, and put up some other incriminating evidence or what have you in front of them, call them IPOB. That's the narrative. What happened after that? Nothing. They lock them up and they start extorting their family. The narrative is just to let you know that if we kill them, or kill anybody, or burn down houses, or you see, they are looking for people. They say they are looking for unknown gunmen with guns. But they go to civilian communities in eastern Nigeria. I'm talking about communities with aged people, women, children, old people in their homes. And Nigerian army, they will start burning the properties. They will start burning them inside the house. Those who come out like terrorists, they will start shooting and killing them. All of these are underreported because if you are not in eastern Nigeria, whether you are Igbo or non-Igbo, if you have not been regular in eastern Nigeria, if you have just been a visitor, the narrative of the eastern Nigeria is terrorized by them. Or whoever they say is right, will kind of sit well with you. So nobody is asking for any investigation. They said, I know it. Well, Maiyegun, I have been to Igbo land for 15 years. I live there. What I am saying is that you believe what they want you to believe. And because of that, nobody is even asking for a genuine investigation into what is going on in eastern Nigeria, despite public evidence that shows that it is all political. And to make it better, justify the killings of the innocent people, they blame IPOB. Do you know that I can spend a whole week trying to make you understand how much you have believed their lies so much that you are living the fear that they have projected on you. And the name IPOB means so much fear to some of you, even those of you who are Igbos. So it's easier when they tell you that we are killing them because you know that what they are doing is anti-Igbo. You see that they are like kidnapping people. You see that they are attacking people. You see that they are breaking jail. You see this and that. So we are killing them for you. Do you see how easy that work? So today, they are calling for the death on obedience. Guess those who are now kind of saying, Abba, they are those who are former victims too. So, Seun Kuti, And many of you have your own different camps. You are existing today because of the failed country. Now, if you therefore now turn on yourselves, like I said, a lot of you have been like that too. Kill IPOB, kill all of them, some of you are still saying that today. IPOB caused damages. IPOB, the damage that IPOB has caused for Eastern Nigeria. Now only I don't know if Igbos will recover again. Is that not what they tell you to be repeating? Is that not what the same thing the Fulanis are saying? The Hausas are saying? The non-Igbos are saying, Abi? This IPOB, this, but yet, Boko Haram from northern Nigeria, hasn't destroyed the chances of a northerner leading Nigeria. Abi? Boko Haram, it hasn't destroyed the chances of Muslims from becoming president of or leading Nigeria, Abi? Fulani terrorists that left northern Nigeria, terrorizing the southern Nigeria, they have not destroyed the chances of northerners from leading Nigeria. Fulani terrorists that they want to take the land for in southern Nigeria for Ruga, Katu colony, open grazing. All those crimes and our people that have been slaughtered by Fulani terrorists. All of that one. In Yoruba lando, in Igbo lando, as far as Ijo lando, all those committed crimes, they have not affected the chances of northerners from leading Nigeria. Now the IPOB that is asking for a referendum to determine whether Igbos want to be part of Nigeria or they don't want to be part of Nigeria anymore. They are those, who have now ruined the chances of the Igbo people. You Igbo man or Igbo woman, you are repeating that too, Abi? And you don't think you have been brainwashed. Out of Nigerian 63 years existence, the northern Nigeria have ruled Nigeria for at least, this is how I do the calculation, 63 years. Obasanjo, 11 years. Jonathan, 5 years. Shonekon, 3 months. So, call it 16 years, 5 months. That is how long Southerners have been in power out of 63 years. Oh yeah, remove 16 out of 63 now. What do you get? 47. No be so? 47 years of Nigeria independence. Northern Nigeria have ruled Nigeria for 47 years. For 47 years, they destroyed Nigeria. There has never been an Igbo man elected president of Nigeria, ever. But all these people who destroyed Nigeria, looted Nigeria, even caused civil war, killed Nigerians. All of this didn't destroy the chances of northern Nigeria from leading Nigeria. Now the Igbo, now the Obi has destroyed the chances of Igbo. Igbos cannot be trusted again. In fact, for people to trust Igbos again in Nigeria, it will take forever. Then let them go. No, but they don't want you to trust them. Let them go. Anyway, so attacking and then attacking yourselves, like I said, the obedient, all of you who are obedient, who kind of joined those who said releasing Nnamdi Kano was against your interest. He should stay in that jail. They can release him after. Do you see what injustice feels like? Do you see what gaslighting feels like? Do you see what it feels like when people are writing things, imaginary things, projecting things, and committing crimes and labeling you criminals? Imagine. Do you know what it feels? You know what it feels when the state, the structure of Nigeria is being wielded against you? Do you know what it feels? That's exactly what the IPOB have suffered. Yeah, that's what they have suffered for 8 years. Nigeria's system is waged against them. They proscribed them. Boko Haram is not proscribed though. Fulani terrorists are not proscribed in Nigeria. These are people who have slaughtered 63,111 people. They are not proscribed. Delegation was sent to America. Money were paid to lobby congressmen and women in America in order to help them in America to sanction IPOB and call them a terrorist organization. They failed. They were profiling Igbos, killing them in Nigeria because of IPOB. So that is what is called state-sponsored terrorism That's what IPOB has been facing. Oh, I'm not asking you to like them. Oh, but what I'm saying is that, do you now see what the war they are waging against you, Obedience and Peter Obi? Do you see how they are twisting things against Obi? Do you see all the lies and propagandas? Do you see how they seem so coordinated? Do you see how the international part of it is also coming in now? Do you see how they are trying to like gaslight you, set you and call you what you are not? You have been the ones being attacked. You have been the ones who have been killed because of election, no? You have been the ones who have been like, received different body, what do you call it? Injuries. You have been the ones that everybody wake up every day to find something to say about because of you obedient. A lot of them renewed their hatred for Igbos. They don't even see any other Nigerian as obedient. They believe that all of you are Igbos. Do you see how they are facing you? Okay, that's what I want you to think. Yeah, that's exactly what you have helped them to do to IPOB. To the point that they won in court and they denied them that justice. Do you see it now? You think it's not the same? Oh, injustice have no friend. Here you get. You cannot cherry pick it. But as it is, life, they say, is a teacher. The more you live, the more you learn. So, I want you to use that narrative I just gave to you now to now think about what you have said about Seun Kuti. I want you to use that to think just for a moment. How do you think your reactions, because you see, this is an open case. Seun slapped a police officer. That's a very straight open case. Are you with me? A lot of us would have possibly, I expected them to, well, take him to court. He will defend himself and the whole thing will be over within 24 or 48 hours. So if he's going to do community service, if they are going to say because of his personal recognition and every other thing that the law allows, by now, if na jail they won't send them, if na appeal he won't appeal, sure you get, there is no point in Nigeria police to do what they normally do best. Abuse their privilege. Go rogue. Abuse the right. Because no matter what happened, just like the policeman have his own right, Seun also have his own right too. So think about what you have said to him because of what he has said. And I hope majority of you who are not obedient too, who are waking up every day, and then you are telling yourself, now me and this obedient today, I will show them, they shouldn't say they're mad, I will attack them today. You are attacking yourselves. The more you try to destroy yourselves, the more you try to kind of stand up against those you think are not doing it right or what have you, you are helping the establishment. And guess what? When the injustice happen, it won't spare anybody. Just like Seun too. So I'm using this one to tell you that now, Seun, as much as he grew up watching the Nigerian system brutalize his family, especially his father, I don't think with what he has done for himself musically, like I said, think about what you have said to him at the point because of you don't like him, or because of what he has said about you, the obedient, or what he has said about Obi. And then you take all of that out and realize and then feel like, if he hadn't said anything about Obi, would I have reacted the same way? This is how I handle kind of anger. 2, would you have said the same thing if he didn't say all of this about, if he didn't go into that social media rage with all of you? If he didn't say all those horrible, horrible things he said, would you have wished him what the Nigerian police are doing to him right now? Because I don't like him. I have told you many times, I may not like all these your criminal politicians. I don't hate them. Because hate is a very powerful word. If you say you hate someone, that means If you have a chance of killing and shooting them, you will do it without blinking. And I'm not that kind of cold-hearted. I can't even, like, I don't even know if I can even kill a chicken anymore. I'm serious. So I would rather when I expose the wrongs they are doing, what I expect is that in a working system, people like that should be in jail for all they have done. And that's the right thing. But Nigeria won't punish them. Nigeria will reward them. So when I look at people and they say things, including, you see, all these Buhari Dins, Buhari Diderins, the Buhari Dinotus, Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, Ngoziaris, Uneka Aris, sophisticated morons, ombud slaves, even including some of you there, the Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris. Your uncles and aunties abroad like that. No matter what I say, I will never wish you evil. In fact, mine is to help you see the danger that you are caught in. If you see them, fine. If you don't see them, also fine, great. But mine is, if you see them, maybe you will change them. You changing them will likely, you kind of seize the oxygen from the life of these freeloaders, these chancers that you call politicians. It's just an eye-opener. I will never wish anybody evil. There are some certain things you don't even wish on your enemies. Oh, I hate you so much. I want you to die. I want you. No. Come on. Their death or incarceration, they will never change anything. They will never make Nigeria better. They will never make you get a better deal from Nigeria, because Nigeria is fucked. So people like Seun and Co that have used their freedom to attack their fellow freedom fighters, because according to them, he didn't like you. So Nigerian police are now free to do whatever they like with him. So I am not saying they can't do what they want to, they can do whatever, but do you not see why Nigeria is really messed up? Everybody hates everyone. Everybody hates themselves. Everybody is looking for an advantage to take a pound of flesh from one another. Government hates the people. Your leaders hate you. Many of you hate your leaders. Everybody is looking for a chance to use the dagger and stab one another. Police hate their citizens. Everybody they keep malice, anger, rage. If I catch you, if we come and get you, we will beat you to kill day. So Seun's case is an open case. Sure, you get. It's like when you have a traffic violation. Sure, you get. When you have a traffic violation, you either pay a fine or you go to jail. If you assault a police officer, it is a bailable offense. So which means you either pay a fine or you go to jail. That's how the law works. But in Nigeria, the police will deliberately seize you. The police will deliberately keep you. And they will keep you there for the purpose of mental sort of torture. Mental torture to dehumanize you. Now, I am addressing Seun just like the same way I will address anybody. There's nothing special about him. Sure, you get. Take out all those, what have you, okay? Seun is Seun. Seun may, or those who know Seun may see Seun as a privileged person. He is not privileged. There are many, many of you like that in Nigeria today, that you think because you are not poor, you are privileged. You are not. Every one of you will become a victim of that system. But it's just a matter of time to find out when and how is it going to be like. The system will torture you. The system will try to psychologically destroy you. So at the end of the day, by the time you are done with them, you will want to be friends with your torturers. Everything will be done illegally. Is that not how they treat us? If you are not Kuti, if you are not Seun, if you are not anything, once they grab you for absolute nothing, they will treat you like a piece of rag. This is one of the reasons why people are feeling like Nigerians are worthless in their own country, the way their police treat them. So those who have names will never in their life dream of being treated that way. But it is a delusion. You are lying to yourself. They say, go and make money. Once you make money, make connection so that you can stay protected. No, you are not protected. You are living an illusion. In a system where corruption lives, where corruption is actually the order of the day, illegality and criminality in high places, everybody is a victim, even if your papa na Tinubu. You see, everybody. Buhari's son will be a victim too someday. Everybody will be a victim of an unjust system. You may be kind of safer today or think you are when you are not. So they are doing the same thing to Seun, and it's actually a good one to show to you that the police in Nigeria, just like they have with everybody, they have a grudge against you as a Nigerian. You know that? If you are poor in Nigeria, the police will automatically feel like, or you, probably if you haven't noticed, you will notice that it's like the police hate you. The police will say, hey, stop! Park! Sir, officer, sorry, are we park! Park! Say, we're not fight. We know the fight now. You can still say, hey, hi, good afternoon. Could you please pull over? I'm going to check your paper. Which one is park? I will shoot you. Kilo day. We are just trying to park. Officer, which one is I will shoot you? I will shoot you. It's like they hate you. And every time, every opportunity they have, if you dress well in Nigeria, you'll be arrested by the police. Why? Because you dress nice. Why would you dress fine? What is so funny in Nigeria that you're dressing nice? Why are you smelling good? There's something about you not right. So you just feel like what's going on? But if you have small money, and they know they see the kind of car you are bringing, poor policemen, they'll begin to adjust. They'll begin to hide their gun. They'll hide their gun. Or the one that is not with gun will be the one to come and see you. If the AC, when you wind down your window, if the AC, the air conditioning in your car, comes out so cold, it's right there under the scorching sun, sweating in his black uniform. Say, this one go get money. Say, how are you, sir? How is family? How is business, sir? How is your trip? Well done, sir. Well, anything for the boys, so we are just here to, even if you are carrying a dead body in your trunk, in your boots, they will smile. Sure you get. So if you are poor in Nigeria, it's like the system is there to hate you. They will look at you and say, hey, I will shoot you. Nobody will ask. I will kill you here. Nothing will happen. Yes. So a fella's son who could have posted a bond, a bail bond in a working system, nobody saying no go jail. For the father, he slapped police officer, and they take him to court. Now from that court, he will post his bond, bail bond, which means the court will adjourn for them to come and defend himself. Sometimes, if he has a good lawyer, they will call something called out of court deal. It's an open end case. But Nigeria will never treat it that way because Nigeria is a piece of work. So they took Seun to his house. After first, they took him to a court, a magistrate court in Lagos, without telling his lawyers, secretly. So he had no representative. Let's use Seun now. And when I say Seun, I want you to remove that privilege Seun that you always have in your mind. That Seun, strongman Seun, leave that for now. I want you to see Seun so that you can know that they're exactly the same way they treat people who have no second name, like Kuti or anybody. So they took him to a court, a magistrate court, and they charged him for assaulting police officer. Then they now asked the court that they want to keep him in order to continue their investigation because the police officer that Seun slapped is now in coma. So they are trying to revive him and waiting for him to wake up. And because Seun is very aggressive, when they saw the video of how Seun slap, so they want to keep him for 4 days. His lawyer was not there. And the magistrate court granted them that. So they took Seun back. Remember, Friday, it was a week ago that the incident happened. Seun reported himself voluntarily at the police station with his lawyer. And then they arrested him at in the spot. Now, his lawyers are not allowed to file for his bail. Sure you get? Now, asking for 4 days to hold him. They are also asking for another 21 days. For those of you who saw how they treated Omoyele Sowore when they first kidnapped him too, remember? They will always put it in. John, we are going to ask for extension. 2 weeks. 21 days. We're going to ask for another 21 days. And that was how they kept Sowore for. Sure you get? But at least people knew where Sowore was being kept and they knew the court they were taking him to. In the case of Seun, the police were taking him to magistrate court. And they are hiding that mostly from his lawyers. The Nigerian way. However, when they also felt like, okay, you know what? We also want to check whether, they said they want to check whether Seun was under the influence of alcohol, influence of drug or any banned substance or substances. They decided to take Seun and they started drawing his blood. They wanted to do blood test because he slapped police officer. Now, after taking his blood, they now said they were going to his house to go and search his house for evidence of how he slapped the police officer. I know a lot of you said Seun that will be smoking his joint on live Instagram. He no care, he no mind, they know that he smoke Igbo. If you go to Kalakuta Republic, the Fela Shrine, that's what they do there officially. So if you now have to go to Fela's son's house, and you are going there to see if you are not going to see any weed. And what they wanted is they are looking for evidence to prove that Seun committed the crime of slapping police officer under the influence of drugs. Hello? Like all of these things, first, you will need a warrant, and that warrant can be contested if his lawyers are there. But all of these are not really as straightforward as they are. So they went to his house, and if you see Seun, this was about 2 days ago, he has emaciated, and you can see it clearly. They said he is now the GO of his own cell block in police detention because he gave them 25,000 naira when he entered their cell since Monday, and they made him the GO. Omo, if I go Nigeria, if they arrest me, I'm guaranteed that some people will recognize me, and if it's about money, I'll give them money to buy that, and they will make me GO. Some will be like, some will kind of feel like, no, Baba, you don't need any money. We know you, Maiyegun. Welcome to the party. But I'm not coming to that party yet. So, Seun's house. Let me see if I still have that clip. Yeah, I think I still do. I showed you yesterday, didn't I? I want you to take a look at Seun, same Seun. Now, the whole thing right now is like the Nigerian police is now out to even like destroy him as much as possible. Seun was supposed to be on tour, his musical tour. I heard that he was supposed to be in Spain yesterday. This wahala has caused his absence. A lot of other artists that were supposed to be in Spain with him, they are already hashtagging free Seun Kuti, free Seun Kuti. Nigeria policemen, they were looking for weed inside Seun's house. So back in their base, look at what Seun looks like now.
You guys should please, I beg. I just.
Right? So the point here is this. We all know that Nigerian police will leave the right thing, and at the end of the day, they will until they are satisfied. Do you see what it looks like there? Although Seun may want to kind of be, I'm a man, I'm this and that. See, when we continue to turn on ourselves like this, because Maiyegun wants Yoruba nation, Osita wants Biafra, okay? And who else is here? Lady Sham, he wants a working Nigeria with Peter Obi as president. You, Salisu, you want Tinubu to be president of Nigeria because of the shitty man. Abi? Oh, sorry. Yeah, because that's not going to work with what I wanted to say. Because now we they talk about. Not you. But what I'm trying to say is that look at you, the revolution now. You feel like Shore has the best idea, and all of us this way, we have all these different things, right? And it's because of a failed country called Nigeria, failed policies by the APC, divisive one of APC, right? So if you then continue to turn on yourselves, as some of you fancy, you enjoy it a lot. And like I said, I'm not here to convince you, okay? I just want to get you thinking. Right? Attacking yourselves is pretty much like, or whenever the establishment go for any of us. But because I don't like, because I want Yoruba nation. I don't like you because you want one Nigeria with obedient. You want Biafra. I don't like you because you want what? You know what I mean? You want revolution now. At the end of the day, you realize that all of us have one thing in common. The establishment that pushed all of us to this stage. Now, if we rejoice when the establishment start taking people one by one, and all you need is just to justify why they must be taken. I don't know when the bond a lot of you are talking about is going to be built, but I just thought you should begin to think about that. The police are now going excessively now. So at the end of the day, by the time the whole case finally appear in court, they will say the police have bundled everything, they have bungled everything. So the punishment for slapping a police officer will never happen.
Ìrúnjà èrò ọrọ̀ ajé tó pọ̀lọ̀jàrà ní ìpínlẹ̀ náà. Ó sọ̀rọ̀ ìdánilójú yìí ní Ògùtà nígbà tó ń ṣíde gbígbẹ́ omi adágún Ògùtà.
Sorry. Nothing happened. Sorry. This is this.
Ìrúnjà èrò ọrọ̀ ajé tó pọ̀lọ̀jàrà ní ìpínlẹ̀ náà. Ó sọ̀rọ̀ ìdánilójú yìí ní Ògùtà nígbà tó ń ṣíde gbígbẹ́ omi adágún Ògùtà.
Would have been affected. Hello there. Omomola freeze Neo. I just say I'll show you the $50 million NTA. Sorry, Jeremy lady. That lady that was reading the news there. Yeah, it's terrible. It was an accident. And that's the $50 million, $500 million NTA of Layamo. So what I was saying there is that, you see, when we kind of feel cool, when the establishment take people out, and, no matter what happened. So what happened at the end of the day is that Seun will get away with this whole thing to start with. Sure, you get, no matter any law they say he has broken, they will finally do their usual settlement. Lawyers will get his bail, and then you won't hear anything about it anymore, right? While the policemen, the satisfaction they will get from it will be, that's Seun Kuti, will be Seun Kuti. Even Showore, you see, Showore was talking about how some of these policemen, DSS, they will take turn just to mock him, to beat him in their cell. They will just say, go and bring that Showore Jare. Let's mock him. So they will say, go and bring him. DSS officers. So they will bring Showore out and they will start mocking him. If he begins to kind of protest, they will start beating him. They will start beating him like Showore. Say, no, you be this aluta. Aluta Oshiwo, inside their cell for fun. So the policemen are not looking for justice. Yeah? They want to take turn to say, no, be Seun Kuti. Where that Seun Kuti self? Go and bring me that Seun Kuti. Go and bring him. I open down my stout. Open that stout for me. Go and bring Seun Kuti. Hello, Seun. How are you, Seun? You? Seun, when I was a little boy, I used to come to your father's shrine. Your father was our mentor. Why do you have to put yourself in all this? Seun, we are doing everything anyway. We are working on it. We are working on it. I just hope that, Seun, when you go back out there, you will behave and remember the son of who you are. You see, you know what the point I'm trying to make? At the end of the day, nobody say Seun's on the first one. No. There are still so many of your cash TVs, as well as some other pretentious establishment, bodies. All those of them who just kind of feel like there's nothing wrong if I just wake up every day to attack those who are also fighting the system that I am fighting or I am pretending to be fighting. So one day, you will be that victim. That's why I'm saying it to you right now. It doesn't make any sense, right? To think that when you see the establishment doing their thing, and you begin to feel like, well, if it is not happening to the people I like, then they deserve it. But nobody deserves it, oh. That you don't like them doesn't mean that they deserve any of this treatment, oh. Because it is the same thing. Some people don't like you too. Do you know that? You haven't done anything wrong. I mean, like, you haven't hurt anybody, have you? You have been reacting to what Nigeria has become. You are not happy with it. You have been expressing yourselves. Some people are abusing and attacking you. You have been attacking them back. You have been fighting. They don't like you. If they hear something happen to you tomorrow, they're going to say, you deserve it. I know. But you should begin to probably be that change, that difference, right? That to say, nobody is spared. I think I've used all my time. Even though I still have a few things I want to say. I have used all my time. I want to take calls. But before I take calls, I want to say thank you to all of you who are now, putting money together for my, for my Sony camera. So I'm going to, hopefully I'm going to order the camera on Tuesday. But let me give you the update. I'm sorry that, I don't have the right phone to read out the names of my current gifters. Those who gave me, as support. I got all your donations, okay? But those ones who actually came as cash, the ones that I can really touch, like PayPal, right? Or Cash App, right? So I have received so far £1,100 cash. Now, the ones that I will have to wait for, I have about £600 of that. One of them is, on YouTube. I won't get that until next month. Here you get until June. So which means that the immediate cash I have right now has taken me halfway. So if I must be honest, right, with another £1,300 sterling, right, 1,300, I will be displaying that my camera here in another, in the next few days or maybe 1 or 2 weeks. So thank you so much to every one of you who has chipped in and continue. I don't, doesn't matter how much you have. Trust me, the intention of you having to say, Maiyegun will buy it for you is enough for me. So thank you. I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea. Now, when I get back, I'll take calls so that you can react to all of this Ulabalu, Abinabalu, or Bulaba. But don't forget, like this broadcast, okay? Like it. Yeah. We had over 3,000 of us earlier on YouTube and over 500 of us on Facebook. Now we are dropping down. Now it's getting to that part where people will begin to say, okay, I don't want to listen to the course. I've had enough. Fair enough. Before you leave, right? Like the broadcast. Okay? Thank you. So I will be back in about 30 minutes.
ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn, èmi ló kàn. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Láìdéṣe, láìdéṣe. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn, sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Láìdéṣe, láìdéṣe. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn. Láìdéṣe, láìdéṣe. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn, èmi ló kàn. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Láìdéṣe, láìdéṣe. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn, sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Láìdéṣe, láìdéṣe. Láìdéṣe. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn, èmi ló kàn. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Láìdéṣe, láìdéṣe. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn, sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Láìdéṣe, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Láìdéṣe, láìdéṣe. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn, èmi ló kàn. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Láìdéṣe, láìdéṣe. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn, sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Láìdéṣe, láìdéṣe. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn. Láìdéṣe, láìdéṣe. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn, èmi ló kàn. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Láìdéṣe, láìdéṣe. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀ mi ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn.
Continue. 70 years old man. Charade. Is that you? Jesus is Lord. Jesus. Is that you? Continue. 70 years old man.
So sorry, dear, my caller. Are you still there?
Yes.
Good evening. Good evening and good afternoon to you. How are you, sir?
Yeah, good evening, Baba Maiyegun General.
Thank you.
Yeah, God will be with you.
Amen. Oh, thank you.
I pray that our people back home, they will listen to everything you are saying and they will put sentiment apart.
Amen to that.
Yorùbá ní ohun tó ń ṣe ọlọ́ya dé, gbogbo ọlọ́ya ló ń ṣe. Now, what I want to say, I will focus more about Mr. Seun Kuti.
Oh, okay. It seems that's where you want to start from. Please, sir, go on.
Yes, that is where I want to start from, and that is what I want to contribute tonight.
Please.
If our other celebrity at home, they can stand up and let the police know that, no, this is not supposed to go this route. I think that would be better. He slapped a policeman at the main road. So what warrants them to be collecting search warrant to proceed to his house to go and search it for? It's not done anywhere. And if we are not careful, whether you are supporting Obi, whether you are supporting Showore, whether you are supporting Yoruba Nation or Biafra, that is the way they will deal with you.
They just need something before they will come for you. That's all they need.
Yes.
And when
they are giving you example.
Yeah, when they come for you, the people you disagree with, by the time they have already destroyed them, who will then defend you? And that's the same message for all of them. Shewo, Showoreo, obedient to all of you. When you destroy yourselves, right? When they finally come for you, who do you think will come in your defense if all of us destroy ourselves?
Yeah.
Baba, go on.
Yeah. Because when I'm watching the video, for example, now, okay, all the media, the newspaper in Nigeria, they are putting Seun Kuti picture, story, everything. What happened to the policeman that assault the Okada rider? What about their own face?
Own ID.
Do you see them? What about their own ID? If that, what happened to that Okada rider happen in anywhere in part of the world, the Okada rider is a billionaire by now. Because all the woman rights activist lawyer, they will stand for him. They will stand for him. Because he will get money for damages, everything.
Did you see the boy's
but
hand
in Nigeria,
when they found him days later? Did you see his hand? The boy was actually see Nigeria.
And I used to tell my people something. If something have not happened to you before, you don't know how to react and you don't know how to contribute. I will use myself as a case study. I went to the police station to go and collect bail on behalf of some people. And when getting to the police station, I introduced myself. Okay, I'm blah, blah, blah. Before I will finish my introduction, the policeman slapped me inside the police station.
Ha.
Yes.
Why?
I want to slap him back inside that police station. Some of my friends that we are together, they are the ones that hold my hand. So when I started pressing all the buttons I know, later, the CP in my state then, we just called the police officer and tell him to say sorry to me. That's the end.
That's it.
That's the end of all the story.
So, if
you are not being in someone's shoe, no, nothing like charges. Even my own boss there say, okay, they have said sorry to you, forget it.
Let it go.
Let it go. That's the end of the story. That's number one. Then number two, there's another video I saw recently that the police escorts they hit a car by the roadside, and in that video, in that clip, they are saying that the driver of that car is dead.
Oh, you mean the
we
one
did not hear anything?
Chasing a boy that is suspected to be a Yahoo boy, and they hit him head.
Yes, I think that is the one. So a lot of incidents like that happen in our country, and it is uncalled for. So I don't know if Obi or Atiku, Yoruba Nation, they can stand behind Seun. At the initial stage, everybody know that, okay, what Seun did is wrong, but what police are doing, if you are in their shoe, is bad. It's not wrong. So it's very, very bad.
Thank you so
much. So, we need to stand against police brutality in Nigeria. Now, not answers. It's police brutality.
Thank you.
God will be with us. Thank you.
Man, stay safe, Baba. Nice one. I have another caller on the line here. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Or ma. Sorry.
Yeah. I just want to, thanks for the good job you are doing.
Thanks, ma'am. Please.
Because last about 2 years ago, I went to Nigeria. Yeah, I was in Nigeria with my brother. So we went out. We now see the police because of my car. I bought a car from America to Nigeria. So what I want to say is that the police they stopped me, and then this guy just started. All of them, they enter my car. They say we have to go to this, to that, blah blah blah. All because of they said the way I dress. That I'm a Yahoo boy. That look
And
at
you
the
must
way
be a
I
Yahoo
was.
boy.
I'm
The
so
way you
fresh.
dress.
Yeah. So I now say to that guy, but what do you mean by what did I wear? What make me be like what made me like Yahoo boy or something like that. So they enter the car to cut the story short. So there's a police station in after Mowe Bafo. So they said that we should go in there. So we went there. We went inside the police station. This guy just started slapping me. Look at the car. Where do you get money to buy this
Just
car?
to intimidate you.
Yeah. Where do I
you to
get
give
money to buy this kind of car? Look at the way you wear. Look at you wear. What's the name? Roberto Kafali, my shoe, and I have a t-shirt Roberto Kafali as well. So, like, because of the man that just left now, that's what because when the man slapped me in that police station, they started slapping me. The other one kicked me out. But when I stand up, me myself, I even forget that I'm in the police station. I want to react back if I locked him in that. But they be out of me that I don't live Nigeria. I come up for Nigeria over 10 years ago. And I said, okay, after 10 years ago, the first time I went to Nigeria, look at what happened to me.
That's your own experience. You left 10 years ago. You went back, and that's your experience with the police. And some people didn't live to tell the story, Baba. They will shoot and kill you there. They will say you are trying to take their gun.
I was really like, I don't even know what, because I don't know. Because of the car, they said the car,
exactly
the way
now.
you dress.
You need to look poor. So if you look good, they will size you.
This man said
and automatically
that is how
they will start slapping you.
Somebody in our family. That's how somebody in our family go do ritual.
Saying that to you, Abi?
Yes.
Of what you are wearing. A police officer is telling you that
because
that's how somebody in his family.
Because of my car.
Yeah.
Look at the car. Look at the one of these. Go do ritual. Me, I do. And I said, do you know me? I said, do you know me?
Baba.
You don't know me. Why do you say that?
Do you hate me?
Where do you?
It's like they've known you before. It's like you are the cause of their problem. You are the cause of their poverty. And they want to take it out on you.
Yes. He want to see my phone. He asked for my phone. Okay, bring out your phone. Yeah, bring out my phone. And I saw when I was in Heathrow, when I was you see all those pictures. This guy just slapped me, kicked me.
Can you imagine?
After 10 years, I left Nigeria. So just that, like, I just want to say, if this demand I just said, exactly, when something never happened to you, you say, oh, this one, you cannot do that. You don't even, you won't know the time. By the time you will react.
Baba, let me take another one. It's like a lot of people are going to share their experience with the police tonight, and indirectly to say, no matter how you feel about Seun, when you see the police are becoming like doing their usual thing, there is no joy for anybody to celebrate that. In fact, it could be any of us too. You don't even have to slap policeman before it becomes your turn. Hello there.
Maiyegun General.
Ahmed, long time, Baba. How you doing?
Hey, Baba.
Right. Now me and you, nobody can hear you. Go on, Ahmed.
The thing don't read now. The thing don't read. You get as to be.
You don't get.
I just wonder why. I do wonder why these people they go Seun waiting that they look for. I just wonder what thing they look for there. Why when I go in house, go look for waiting. She not slap police. Only he let in terms of what.
Like, they are like, they won't even allow him to bring his lawyers to all those places and argue them out. They're just doing their police thing, like doing their thing. We're doing our work. You can't teach us our work. Omo.
See, Maiyegun, he don't talk. He just be talk. He don't talk. He don't use mouth, jam or they don't set trap. See, or just confess.
It's like they have been waiting for this opportunity all their life.
They have been waiting. They cannot just go in and just go arrest him because he's saying what he's saying, because the world is looking at them. It's someone that is being known, someone that has has an identity. So you cannot just go in and go and do anyhow. And people don't understand when they say trauma. The Nigerian government, they don't traumatize the Kuti family too much. People don't understand. So that thing, follow John why Seun do it and do. You go there and say, any police will come out. Only magic now he don't slap police. If you be don't think we don't do that. But this one just
he himself even talk about. He said, "Is this the first time? Do you have any police that don't slap? Is this the first time I'm slapping a police officer?" And like he said, they probably have been hearing him do that. But the fact that they won't actually goes public, they said, finally got him. Now public can have, whatever we do to him now, the public will actually be divided on it, because they will feel like, well, he shouldn't have. Or is this not extreme now?
It's going extreme. I know after they follow this. If you know the system, you guys use your sense. Because no matter which kind of power you get, they will find ways to useless you.
And now they will humiliate
they
you.
Will find ways
they will break you.
They want to humiliate you.
By the time you leave that place,
they will humiliate you.
You probably won't be like yourself anymore. Not that much anymore.
I'm telling you, today Timbafe on la Gigi. She be camera and I'm a bit the video. But I will make sure 100% I am on the right.
I don't
100% I am on the right. And I don't overdo. But all about loss, okay, my friend double. Or be here that anybody at all. If your hand go up, touch me. Oh, I load the camera, my friend double.
You be soldier. I don't get
your confidence.
Person will carry gun. If you slap me, I will just tell you, say sorry. I just come for that place. Anything I go do, when I come for that place, I feel do am. So me, I feel just officer. Sorry, sir.
Maiyegun, the system, if you don't do inside down, before, you go know how to take person with the inside down. As in the way you talk to them, saying you look, you go sober, say any OT lodge, more vision law.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody like me would just be like,
you understand?
But you be soldier, you know how you be, and they probably will see that too, that they won't slap you. But me, I know they go Nigeria.
See, I go tell you, I'm on where I sit down. Shall I tell you last time? See, if I enter Nigeria, I dey leave the sanity. We don't do my body for where I dey. I dey leave on for there. I dey carry the sanity through the Nigeria. If you say you want to do gentle, you want to use the sanity you get for there. They will cheat you. They will finish you. But as you they enter, they carry waiting that they do put for head, making at the use and road till you leave. You know what's going on, but carry down and put for head, making at the road like that. If not,
use madness, cure madness.
Those mad people for the the madness with a lot of So this show matter me as a day show me a good we run after only the month work of money go come on. Now ordinary man they do anyhow for Nigeria.
They just have settled.
I know they carry the case for head. The people who carry on for head now is suddenly police is their friend. Obedient. All the people with this you know what you were saying about Obi? Can you come? I then carry on for head. And now, before you know everything will clear, you will go where you go. Maybe Nigeria.
And that's just going to be -1.
And when
any noise you make after that, you will always be very kind of guided and all of that. It's sad.
Of course. Instead of go enter your own, you know, you go enter your own track. You go know what you're supposed to do now. In the talk and me, in Nigeria don't happen to them.
It will happen to everybody, honestly.
Everybody go chop breakfast. Everybody go chop breakfast. A matter of time. You don't get much to talk. Allah kuyo. You version so Allah about you.
That's Ahmed. I still have over 2,600 of us on YouTube. If you're still there, right? You can still drop your own offering, okay? We currently have just 1,000 of us who have done same. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir. How are you?
CA from Atlanta.
Hey, Bobo. How you doing?
Fine, long time, man.
I know. So you decided to be part of it tonight, or?
Oh, yes. I always listen to you every day, man. I always listen every day. Sometimes I just say, let me let some other people call, you know? Sometimes.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Now you have your shots. Yeah. Everybody can hear you, please.
Yeah. About the 63,000 people that lost their life, these pictures of world, it's sad. It's a very pathetic story.
It is.
I'm from the East. I know what we went through. So I live in America, but I know what happened in my state, especially Imo. It's crazy. The way, in fact, why are they asking for forgiveness? I don't think it's in our hands to forgive him. You know what he has done. He should be in the tribunal right now, ICC. It's close to genocide. 63,000 in 8 years. That's a lot of people.
In a country that will tell you it's not at war. Don't put Nigeria at war. You these people don't sit abroad and be asking for war in Nigeria. But you are not fighting war. 63,000 of you were slaughtered. And you're not fighting. Even in Syria, they fought the level of Kilode. They are telling you that you're not at war. They don't want to war in Nigeria. But over 100,000 of you have been killed unofficially. And officially, 63,000 human beings.
Those politicians will always use that line. You don't hit up the policy. Don't do it. People are dying. People are killing people. And someone will talk, don't hit up
the polity.
Don't hit up the polity. Boko Haram is slaughtering people in the southern Kaduna, the middle belt, in Benue, Plateau.
In Nasarawa, the bodies of people they have found now is 152. It took them 3 days to find all these bodies, right? And they are still looking for more. Killed by Fulani terrorists. In Nasarawa.
Gaba Shehu, all of them will be taking their mouth, be talking. That's the governor, that one, that short one in Katsina, what's his name? The dwarf.
Which of
the
them? Kaduna Little Finger.
The Katsina State governor. Yes, the dwarf.
El Rufai.
You will be open the mouth. You can't even, El Rufai. A man that cannot control his state. And you see how the God to be opening his mouth sometimes to be talking. Look at you, supervise thousands of people killed in his state. Nothing. These are the same people. The same people.
I mean,
coming to power again.
80-years-old man, woman, raped to death in Ondo by Fulani terrorists. That one just came in just now on my phone. 80-year-old woman. 80-year-old woman raped to death on a farm in Ondo. Ondo is far from Nasarawa. We have nothing. We have no close proximity with Fulani. But from Nasarawa to Ondo, and that's how it happens all the time in 80 years.
Those Yoruba people. I hope they know that some Yorubas and IDP in Benin Republic. They don't know that.
In case if they are forgotten, I'm glad that you mentioned it. More remind them. You know, sometimes they say, "Nah, lie, Joe." You know what I mean? Just 1 minute. Don't go anywhere, sir. Stay on the phone.
Due to that crisis, Fulani crisis that was occurred at our country. That's the reason why we migrated to this place. We are forcefully migrated to this place due to that.
By force.
By force. It's not by willingness.
Women. Oh, man or women. How much are us, man or women?
Only you.
Are dying here.
Both the women and men migrated from that thing.
No.
And
how
then people died.
They say how many people they killed there.
There are few many people. But that are many people. Many people have lost their lives. People are still migrating because of that.
What happened?
It's because of the Fulani crisis. Fulani, they are killing the people anyhow.
They are killing the people
anyhow. They will move from any village, from one village to another. They will migrate from one place to another. They just keep people. That's the reason why the people are scared. They move down to
Are you there, sir?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I just thought I should. You know, this one won't be like you are just making something up, okay? Yes, Yorubas will become refugees in Benin Republic under this APC. Go on.
Yeah. It's sad. It's a sad situation. It's sad. I mean, I don't know, man. I just believe that God will solve everything. I pray God will solve the situation, but
I mean, it deserves that prayer. I would say, I'll take another one, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Maiyegun.
You have a good one. So I have another caller, and our time is winding down as well. Hello there.
Maiyegun Baba.
Yes,
I am so happy that I'm getting through.
I am happy.
I'm so happy.
Go on, sir.
Yeah. Let me quickly summarize, what I've got.
Yes, sir.
Number one, let me start from Gandollar. Let me just start from there. So many people were against him on which day when he talked. I think they really don't understand what that man meant. He wasn't really supporting Tinubu. He was just trying to explain the fact that let's stop deceiving ourselves. We are not the same people. The best bet for us is for that nation called Nigeria to go separate way. And by the way, all of you that are calling yourself, I'm in Nigeria. Nobody's in Nigeria. Nigeria was put together by your slave masters for their own benefit.
Please,
and I am so happy. I am so happy that Tinubu won. You know why I'm so happy? It's not about that. The reason why I'm so happy is because if this so-called Peter Obi that they just thought to, a Lord and Savior, a pure man, that's no shit that just dropped from level. If he had, entered, it will have slowed down our own work. Me, I'm 100% Yoruba person. All of us in Nigeria, we are not the same person. Let's just, the thing is that our purpose, our plans, they are different. If you see anybody that is supporting Nigeria, this can be just what? They don't love Nigeria. They are doing it for their own personal gain.
Right.
Let me explain to you. I met one woman in this America in 2017.
Right.
Do you know what the woman told me? The woman told me that she left Nigeria with her family. She lives here in the US or in Atlanta. She left Nigeria since 1996. As of 2017, when I met her, that was like 23 years after. She told me by herself, she confessed to me that she was still collecting salary. She was working, I don't know, this is internet, right? She was working in Federal Ministry of Finance. As of 2017, someone that left Nigeria in 2017, all her family is still collecting salary. If such a woman, if she calls you and they are talking about Nigeria, what will she be telling you? No, let's leave Nigeria. And there are Nobody love Nigeria.
Nobody love Nigeria. That one.
My friend told me now that he has bought tickets. He will go for I told him his family is here. But you know what? It's not that he love Nigeria. Everybody is looking for what we. Nigeria is a business center. So all of you that are saying Obi is not a state. To where with Obi, to where with Tinubu, to where with Atiku, all of them they are agents. The thing is that let me not talk about it. You do that film. I have no single elder of pity for you. I listened to what you said though when they were prosecuting chairs. You didn't talk.
You remember I said I'm not here to convince any of you. I just want you all.
Good. I have no single pity for you. That guy. If you see how he was abusing Kano, abusing Tinubu, abusing Yorubas agitators that they want to break Nigeria, they want to break it. And you know what? Nigeria is such a nice place. If you've got political power, you've got maybe you are DO, or you are one elite. You just have political power. You can oppress everybody. So Nigeria is a place of oppression. So all those people, like there's somebody like saying now. You know why he killed that policeman? It could have been nothing. It's not because of the guy. Police just show all this arrest just to say this thing. If that guy recorded it and put it on the internet, then surely will die naturally. You just give that guy, that policeman, just give you like 50K.
You know what I
Then
mean?
you just say to him, now, if somebody that has nothing, a common man on the road, if they had done that, police can shoot him and kill him. But because he's shown, he's using that thing. He can slap police. Nothing will happen to him. That is the kind of high levels that they are enjoying in Nigeria, where you cannot enjoy anywhere. Anybody that think Obi will do must absolutely nothing. You think it's America, You think it's America? Yeah. If a judge contest for American presidency, and a judge will go and win that presidency, the judge will do very well. You know what? America is an institutionalized place.
God bless.
We are talking about institution. Nigeria is an institution. I am so happy there. You know, Tinubu, it goes for them, Pepe. You know, it's urbanization. On a never see urbanization. On a go cry.
We have dealt with urbanization already. So it's just that.
The modernization small. On a go
they go see the real one now.
You see the Aboki here. They want to get sense like that. They want to get it. You see the Yoruba go oppress you now. The Yoruba plantation one I go use. They go they use the West sense. They go oppress you and I go not die.
Sure you get
it. If one of you, take on a make everybody go out. Let that country take. Let me tell you, all of you Nigerian youth, we are developmentally we are like 100 years behind. 100 years back. It is better we break it now and start building our nation. We have a lot of work to do. That is Peter B.
Okay.
My name is Adedoye. You are from Texas.
God bless you, Sir Adedoye. As usual. You stay safe, Nice one, Baba. Another one has dropped. So let's see who is going to give that a follow. I have another caller. Hello there.
Another one has dropped. So.
Hello, hello, man.
Hello,
you need to mute that video because I can still hear myself.
Oh,
if you want, you may need to mute it so that we'll not have this interruption. Yeah, how are you?
Okay, I've muted it. I'm fine, thank you. Good evening. Hello, everyone. So, the other caller, the one that just left now.
So
first of all, let me
go on.
Let me talk about Seun, because something you said is very, very important, right? We cannot judge a person by the sum of, okay, how do I put it? He has said some things against the obedience, but that's not the reason why we should judge him. Okay? He did something wrong. Okay? He shouldn't have slapped the policeman, regardless of trauma and all of that business, considering that you know the country that you live in, right? There are some things that you try not to cross those kind of lines.
At least.
But having said that, yes. But having said that, the police in Nigeria, they are also a scourge on the people. that is another entity that we need to re-examine, because the police is supposed to be working for us.
That's right.
Not against us. But clearly, the police that we have in Nigeria, they're not working for anybody but themselves, right? And if they're angry because, certain people show up looking good and all of that, they really need to be directing their anger towards the people who are making it impossible for them to live quality lives.
You need to help me increase the volume so that people who are at the back can hear you too. Go on, I'm following you. Yeah?
Yes. So, I guess you understand what I'm saying. Why are you terrorizing the people who have nothing to do with your situation in life? Meanwhile, you leave the people who you should actually be attacking, who you should actually be, going after people who are defenseless, who are in the same position as you, right? We are all struggling. We are all struggling under the governance of
the bad governance,
the
bad policies of these bad people. Everybody's a victim. Why are you victimizing us more? I love that. Go
exactly. Why are you victimizing us more? More. You are talking about policies. We have no policies. What we have are people who are inept, ill-educated. We just have, inadequate everything. We don't have people who are educated on any level. We have ineptitude up and down the whole place. According to Peter Obi, from top to bottom. And then we now have
wealth without enterprise.
Exactly, wealth without enterprise. This is why I said, I think there was a time I called earlier on and I said, we still need to look at our police force. Even if Obi gets into government, he cannot work with these people. These people cannot be the people that will be in charge of security in a country like Nigeria. No. And that's all I'm even going to say about our police force, because again, this is like wasting saliva. What can we do? That's on that particular
that
point.
Is your rhetorical question that always pop up every now and then. And as it is, right? We will always look for the answer together, all of us. But I know the answer is right.
Yeah, all of us will look for.
Go on.
Yeah, and then it is clear to me, and I think it's clear to everyone now. As much as they say that they are trying to avoid war, there's clearly a war being fought. It's silent war that is being fought against Nigerians.
63,000 Nigerians who are not supposed to be dead, or even if they are going to die, they would have died differently. They were slaughtered in 8 years. It should alarm everybody. Everyone should feel like, oh my God, thousands of people, and those are just the official.
Exactly. So there is a silent war that is being fought. And I think there's another caller that talks about what do the Fulanis want? Because this is not really the Hausas. And I told him, they used to make a distinction about, calling themselves Hausa, Middle Belt. And there's a clear distinction. And it seems like the Fulanis have terrorized the Hausas to the point that they are mute. They don't speak. And I think that is what they're trying to do.
Do you want me to tell you something, man, right? For the first time, usually, we used to hear Hausas. Then suddenly, right, at some stage in our life, we started hearing, when this democracy started, we started hearing Hausa Fulani. So which kind of portray a picture of they are one. But for the first time, this Buhari did not just divide those who are not from northern Nigeria. Sure, you get from northern Nigeria. It divided Nigeria. Hausa Fulani. Hausas are asking that the only help they need from government is to give them guns so that they can kill all the Fulanis. If you go to the communities that all this terrorism is taking place, Hausas, they are piling up graveyards in their communities. I'm talking about they are burying 4 or 5 people in the same grave, killed by Fulanis. They are begging government to give them guns so that they can go after and I'm not making this up. I won't make it up, right? The situation has gotten so bad that politically they may tell you Hausa Fulani. But underneath, everybody walk around with their own gun. If you see Fulani, if Fulani see Hausa, that's the situation in the northern Nigeria right now, especially in the rural areas.
Yes,
a failure of this.
And that's what I'm saying. Again, I think we're all on the same. I feel like there's a silent war, and unfortunately for us, if anybody is banking on the West, let me just say it loud and clear: they are not here to help us. They are not here to help us. They are here to help themselves.
That's right.
They're here to help to work with anyone who will give them access to our resources that will cost them as little as possible so that they will enrich their country. Sorry to say. Right? Now, the sad part is that I don't know how we are going to fight back. I don't know how we're going to push back. Even in Benue State, people are dying. Farmlands are being seized. You know, I had a friend of mine who...
Have you not seen them?
They said
Benue is the food basket of Nigeria. I said, no, was the food basket of Nigeria. Benue is almost the graveyard center of the middle belt of Nigeria today, sadly.
And one of your callers talked about how they are moving further and further into Yoruba land. I have a friend whose brother was killed. He went to the farm with his son. And they said they wanted ransom. They collected this ransom, released this man. They took off, and in 3 days, they found his dead body. They killed him. They killed this man. And this is the Fulani, this Fulani people that did this thing to this man.
Cham, thank you so much. Again.
Yeah, let me because
I know, you and I can always be like this, back and forth. Myself and Sham, we can be like that, back and forth for like another 10 minutes. But there are many people who also want to kind of add theirs, like this is my caller. Hello, sir. Okay. Hello, can you hear me? You see, when people call in, anyway, I know that sometimes people don't, you see, somebody called in and they got in and they're like there, waiting for their voice to come on their screen. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you too. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine. My name is Chi. I'm a first-time caller.
Ah, Oloruko. You know, say I'm also Chi, sir. We say Oloruko, say.
Yes.
Our first time.
Yes, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
In fact, I love your program.
Thank you.
I'm calling from Qatar.
From Qatar, amazing. From the south east, or what's that called? From the east. How are you today, sir? How is Qatar today?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, I've been listening to your program for a while now. I really commend what you are doing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, I want to say something.
Please.
Yeah, I want to say something very germane.
Please, sir.
Yeah, and I'm starting to be corrected. Yes, you see, we have 3 people in this race of this so-called the Nigerian, this presidential, this thing. We have Atiku, we have Tinubu, and we have Obi.
That's right.
And I want to say this, that I'm not in support of any of these 3 people. You understand?
I'm following you, sir.
But the only person, maybe because it's the one at the forefront, you refer to Steve Tinubu. I've never heard you calling Atiku, giving him one name, or Hida, Obi. Are you with me?
I'm following you, sir.
My point is this, where I'm going to is this. We are all in Nigeria when Atiku was a vice president.
That's right.
We know the atrocity this guy committed while he was as a vice president, and we have his record while he was at Nigerian Port Authority.
That's true. That's true.
Likewise, the OB himself as the governor of Anambra State.
Okay.
My brother.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, I live in Qatar presently. The development here in Qatar, none of them, these 3 people, have exhibited such or put such in Nigeria. For me, 3 of them, I go say, I never see any of them or call any of them Messiah. For the development I've seen so far in Qatar to compare to where Nigeria is today. Like I said, during the first time of Buhari, when people are saying, they were shouting change, 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 change. I remember I attended a program in a church of this Balatari.
Back in Nigeria.
That the man was
Qatar,
saying, back in Nigeria, not in Qatar.
Before you travel.
That the man was saying, before I travel, that we should be very careful. But we did not listen. Second time again, from change to next level, the man said, we have been blindfolded by next level. We did not have question. We enter the next level. We enter one chance again.
I know.
Let me say this. 99% of Nigerians then believe in Buhari during his first time.
Yeah.
The second time they used Buhari. I mean, the first time they used Buhari to take power from Jonathan. In the second time, I know a lot of people said, no, we don't want Buhari. But some people said, no, 16 years of PDP, let's bring in Buhari. Second time, it cannot be corrected. Look at where we are today in Nigeria. It can complete what it started. Look at the debt profile.
See the end of it.
As of today. See the end of it. But my brother,
yes, sir.
Where I'm going to now is they voted Tinubu now again. You understand?
I'm with you.
See, they voted Tinubu now again. My brother, I cannot say, or no one can even predict what will be the end of Nigeria in the next 4 years of Tinubu.
No idea.
Because if they have governed Nigeria for so long since 1979, they keep protesting within these so-called people, and look at where Nigeria is.
It's a sad story.
Look at where Nigeria is.
But you know, I want to say something, if you don't mind. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Because you actually
I don't mind. Like I said, I'm meant to be corrected.
No, I know. I mean, this is not even correction. I just want to set the record straight, you get. So what happened is this.
Yes, sir.
You said you have been watching Maiyegun for a while. And indeed,
yes, sir.
Sir, indeed, people have told me to my face that I am biased.
Yes, sir.
Sure, you get that. Okay, we know that you talk about PDP, you talk about APC. Why are you not talking about others too? Especially with you actually said Obi. Sure, you get. Now, because you raise it, and a lot of people were listening to us. That's why I want to do it when you are here, so that you too can kind of follow it up, okay? Now, let me tell you something, sir. In my world, I have seen Nigeria politicians, they have pushed their responsibilities to other people. Or they will say, why are you asking me to do that? Why didn't you ask the person before me? Why didn't they do it before I came? Sure, you get. So in my world, Nigeria politicians don't take responsibility. In order to now explain it to people, in order to explain it to people better, I let people realize that all of us complain about politicians and this or that, which is like our pastime. We use that as our pastime. Nigerian politicians are bad, evil, But behind the whole thing, a lot of us have our preferences, which brought about my my narrative of Nigerians love their oppressors differently. Do you get that? They will tell you, I don't like this one, I prefer this one. But you see, in my own book, responsibility cannot be shared. Do you understand?
Exactly.
When it comes to running a country, like Qatar that you had there, people are running the country. They are playing their role. The moment they fail to play their role, Qatar will crumble from economy to everything. That's how things work, Abi.
Everything.
But you see, in Nigeria, when you have government in power, immediately they gain that power. They are supposed to be responsible for everybody. If security is not working, you don't look for opposition to blame. You don't say, why is Obi not doing something? What is Atiku doing about it? That is deviation. I don't believe in that nonsense myself. The responsibility of providing security for the people is that of the government. If they have failed, that government should crumble and crash. Not in Nigeria. They blame other people for it.
In Nigeria.
So on Maiyegun's diary, sir, on Maiyegun's diary Politico, in order not to confuse people, I don't share that responsibility with people here. Whatever is wrong with Nigeria today, before APC came in, was the responsibility of PDP and Jonathan. no sharing,
PDP and Jonathan. Yes.
And all the blames that comes with it. The whole thing is for Jonathan. His failure brought Buhari. And you know why? They said Jonathan failed. They needed somebody better. So which means somebody they didn't vote for excuse. Even whether you vote for them or you don't vote for them, if Nigeria is working, everybody will benefit from it. That's how it should be.
Benefit from it. Exactly.
Now, the situation has gotten so bad, that APC got so bad that they are not taking even their own supporters who are also suffering. APC is not bold enough to even take responsibility and say our failure is causing this suffering. They are blaming other people. Sure you get. So when people now come to me and they say, but I expect you to give Atiku name. I have names for Atiku, and you know why? I'm a Yoruba man. And ordinarily, if I have any kind of grouse with Nigeria, my grouse is not with Bokwari. My anger is not with all these people, Obi or anybody. My own primary anger as a Yoruba man is directed at those who are Yorubas. Because since democracy came, now Yoruba, they rule Yoruba land. For the 24 years of democracy, Yoruba have been the governors, senators, reps, ministers, and all of that. Yorubas. And in that 24 years, Yorubas have backslided. Poverty is on the rise. Unemployment is on the rise. Crime is on the rise. And those who are responsible for that are Yorubas. Even if they want to identify as PDP or APC, I don't care. They are Yorubas. So they failed. I'm not going to ask Buhari to speak for me or fight for me. But because Buhari, as the way Nigeria is structured, even those who are controlling my region have no control in true sense of it. Nigeria is structured in a way that a Buhari who doesn't even know me and my Ijebu people and will begin to decide for us. That's how Nigeria is structured. So what am I saying is this, right? Responsibility is shared. Those who are in government are responsible for everything going on in Nigeria today. Everything. If PDP,
you are right.
Yes, sir. If PDP and their others are committing crimes, it is the job of APC in government to stop them because they are in government, not pass blame, right? As for Atiku, the role of Atiku during Obasanjo time, including Obasanjo's role, are part of what brought us here today. If Obasanjo had used his opportunity at the time to set Nigeria on a path, on a democratic path, you see, today, regionalism won't be a problem. Referendum won't be a straight to people. But Obasanjo failed. Atiku failed. Which means they both brought us here. So when I want to share my blame, I start with the ones who are responsible for it now. And I remember the one who was responsible for it as well, then trying to come back to say he wants to fix it. I have said it before, sir. Peter Obi was governor of Anambra State. If there's anybody to condemn Peter Obi, whether good or bad, now only people from Anambra State. Anybody from not Anambra State, they have no right to say Peter Obi is this or that. You know why, sir? You know why? Peter Obi supervised the affair of millions of Anambrans for 8 years. They are the people who can say is bad, is good. Do you get that? Why is Tinubu is in the picture? Tinubu brought Bokwari. We know the role they played. They bragged about it for years.
Even part of the role is included.
Sure you get. So they will share in the blame. So me being biased is me being honest. Sure you get. Obi hasn't committed any crime against Nigeria. If there is anybody that want to say Obi ruined our life, Obi's government or policy killed my business, Obi's government and policy killed my son, those one will be those in Anambra, not even outside Anambra. The day Obi, if Obi was a minister right now in Nigeria, that means he has participated in deciding the fate of other people outside Anambra. He will share in it. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So I'm not disputing the fact that I am not matching on Tinubu and co. I have given my reasons many times, and they are justifiable reasons. I have justified reasons why I'm not blaming Atiku much, because right now, Atiku and co or PDP,
I concur with you.
They are not responsible for what is going on in Nigeria.
Concur with you. I concur with you. This explanation. I concur with you. Then Maiyegun, he said Obasanjo now coming to say he want to get lawyer for Atiku from here. When Tokuta panel asked them to change 1999 constitution,
he didn't.
If he had changed everything by now, we won't have this problem.
I mean, we won't hate ourselves this much. We won't hate ourselves this much. Are you with me? A lot of people would have probably settled in their regions. Today, the development that is missing in some part of Nigeria, they'll probably have started spreading. That a lot of us who have to say, I hate you because now you they rule Nigeria. I hate your tribe because your tribe are the ones controlling the money. Meanwhile, the people from the tribe are not benefiting from anything. The Fulanis that we are talking about today, they are poorer than the rest of Nigeria. The Fulanis in Nigeria, 8 years of Buhari, Fulanis are more endangered in Nigeria. So what's the benefit?
Exactly.
So we are hating ourselves because they continue to force us together.
Baba, Sherry Bobo got on Sheton Locos, you Bobo knew.
Bobo, no, I know. But a lesson will be learned from it.
Right? I want your 98 lawyer. Because we're going to decide one day. On Puri Jiri Papa DJ, Bobo on Shoshi, one more bit on low.
Sir, I think
my brother, God will help you. So much, I like your program. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
May God be with you and make Nigeria a better place for us to live.
For being better is when our own people and our own mind will be at peace. So, but if it cannot be better, everybody go their separate ways. Olorúkọ. God bless you, sir. Can you nice one?
When you should me, when you should bring your brother.
Ọmọ yemi o, wo ṣe won ba mi. Eni bo je o, e ma tori eni. Thank you so much, everyone. I needed to do that. My time is fast spent, gone. Tomorrow we are having a party for Yewande. She's going to be one on the 24th. You know that, That's going to be about 4 days time, yeah? But we are having a party, children party for her in Glasgow tomorrow. So I may not be live, or if I'm going to be, it's going to be so brief and short here and there. So I enjoy my evening with you tonight, and I appreciate every one of you who have been reaching out as well. So if you still feel like you want to, be part of my widow's mite for my camera, I welcome that, okay? Use the PayPal, okay? Use PayPal, use the Cash App, and then if you are not doing any of that, remember, if you join this broadcast late, watch it from the beginning. Skip it if you don't like the song or this starting, the delay. You don't like that, you can skip it and watch on from there. I will see you some other time, okay? Thank you so much, and don't leave without liking the broadcast. Remember, that is your offering. Good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ la mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. MaiyegunDiary ayé mi nàmbà wá. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ la mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.